All right, we are back here with session 12 of Descent into Avernus, I believe. We skipped last week, so it took me a second to remember that. So yeah, we got 4 players this session: Igvis, Dolikash, Vati, and Marza. We are missing, unfortunately, Honed and Elias this session, but they will be back. So yeah, we're going to just start off the session. I'm going to give a brief overview for anybody who's watching and hasn't seen the campaign so far. So this group started in and around El Terrell, and El Terrell had fallen. The city had disappeared on them. They found a caravan and helped that caravan get back to Baldur's Gate. And now that they are back in Baldur's Gate, they are investigating a series of murders in the outer city in order to get access to the inner city, because the city is under lockdown right now. So that is a very big, large overview, and we'll get into a more detailed overview of the events of specifically last session in a little bit. But just really quick, if we can just get you guys to introduce your characters and just a quick brief overview of who you are and what you're about. So Igvis, if you want to start, just tell us who Igvis is and what he's about.
Hello, my name is Manny and I'm playing Igvis. Igvis is a winged tiefling monk who works with the Flaming Fist. Blue skin, multicolored hair, very elaborately colored robes. He currently is on a mission to kind of avenge his fallen comrade, and in doing so having to protect Craggle, now we know his real name is Dolikesh, in the process, and my job is basically just to keep him safe at all costs.
Perfect. Dolikesh, you want to go ahead and introduce your character?
Sure. My name is Eric. I play Dolikesh, up to this point known as Craggle, but that was his kind of alias identity to hide his true identity. He is a 6'8" emerald green dragonborn with wings and wears very large, loose-fitting robes that kind of denote him as a little bit of a former cultist. Right now, his main goal is to stay very under the radar, very low profile. He's still trying to maintain his identity in the Flaming Fist, though recent events have him quite worried, so he's very interested in the goings-on. He considers Manny a close friend. Him and Manny have been together in the Flaming Fist for some time. He considers Honed a very good ally. Honed is his recent addition to his troop, and the newcomers are proving themselves worthy.
Perfect. Vati?
So I play Vati. He is a 7-foot-tall bugbear detective descended from one of a high elven family, the Lyranders specifically. I'm basically seeking out any old corruption of the Paladin Order from the city of El Terrell. And currently he's just trying to kind of gauge both where he's at with everyone he's met along his journey so far and how well he can use them to solve the mystery that's been kind of put at his feet.
Awesome. And last but not least, Marza.
Hi, you can call me Bees. I play Marza. Marza is a halfling, but anybody who looks at her will notice that something's not right. Her skin's a little too pale, almost green. Her ears aren't quite right for a halfling. And she's always wearing a circlet that she never seems to take off. But she does her best to be very unassuming, just generally looks like a normal kind of roguish person that you'd see on the street. Nobody really pays too much attention, but if you do, you'll notice something's off. Marza's kind of running. She was going to El Terrell to try and find somebody to help her with a problem that we'll probably see a bit more of tonight.
Awesome. Perfect. All right. Great. Thank you for all the introductions. So let's get right to it. If everybody wants to go ahead and roll me a single D20, except Marza, because you weren't here last session. And we'll see who gets to recap in more detail the events of last session. All right. Looks like it is going to be Igvis. Igvis with the 14. Wow, everybody rolled pretty well on that. Nobody wants to recap.
Good omens.
I don't know.
Or
I
bad
can
ones.
recap my laying in pain in a bed for a while.
All right, Igvis, go for it. Give us a recap of last session.
Okay, last session was a couple weeks ago, so I might miss a couple of details, but in general, I was on first watch outside of the tavern that we were staying at on the second floor when all of a sudden the window went dark and I heard footsteps and a body drop. Waking up at least some of the others, I immediately then jumped out the window and was consumed by this darkness that seemed to appear out of basically nowhere. When attempting to subdue the target inside of it, I was stabbed from behind by another perpetrator that we didn't know about. After doing and went down, was healed later, and almost died. Went down, ended up healing Vati as well. After our encounter with what I could only assume is the Sickle Man, not entirely sure. In the morning, we ended up meeting Mad Morgaine, who gave us some more information and profiled me as a demon. She described the devil as the Sickle Man. We ended up going to investigate, and we found a few pieces of information about Jarek in Northchapel being an interesting person of note. And while we were investigating the butcher shop inside of town that had the Ankh eggs that they were butchering, there was a woman that went in there from the Smiling Boar, and she was an absolute pain. Before we ended up leaving, we ended up staying at the butcher shop in order to investigate it more thoroughly. And I think that's everything I have.
Yep, that's perfect. So you left off after the shop was being investigated by Vati, just the little waiting area. He ended up coming outside, and you guys decided that you wanted to re-enter the shop together as a group, instead of just Vati going in alone. I will just add that, before you guys decided that you were going to go back in, Kel and Honed did decide that they were going to go check out Jarek and go see what the deal was with this one-eared elf that you guys had observed coming and going. So split the party a little bit here as Kel and Honed kind of went over to Northchapel to go investigate the whereabouts of Jarek and find out what the deal with this elf is. Also, Marza does come up behind you as you guys are discussing what you want to do here right before you decided to go back into the slaughterhouse. So you do see Marza approach from behind hurriedly. But otherwise, let's switch the map here. Back.
I like to imagine I don't even notice her until she's like literally right next to me. It's like, ah!
You'll notice, she very specifically makes an effort to kind of touch each of you as she comes past. Not in a, big, weird way, but just kind of like a gentle brush of the hand.
Still scares me.
He's too jumpy.
Word, you're gonna get all your gold stolen again?
Was that Elias that did that, by the way?
Stole your money?
No, that was done on the bridge.
Okay.
No, that was an actual child.
Okay, I was gonna say, Because he like threw me that 1 gold last session. I was like, wait a minute.
Elias sent you a curse.
All right, so you guys are right here outside of Hamhock Slaughterhouse. You should be able to see and move your characters on the map there. Marza comes up from behind you, and Kel and Hones take off. What do you guys do or say?
So I'm going to ask them for kind of a rundown of what's going on. And I know what happened, so I can kind of we can gloss over that, but...
There was a lady here earlier. She was kind of a pain.
Very informative. Thank you, Igvis. I understand everything now.
Cool. Okay, we ready to begin our interrogation with the authority of the fist this time?
Should I go in, or should you guys just go in as the fist?
I'd prefer at least more than one person go in.
I'll
join
come in
you.
with you. I also want to note that Marza is definitely tense, like making an effort to kind of seem normal, but definitely kind of freaked out about something.
I'm gonna go. Vati's gonna move towards this window that was open last time.
Okay.
And just kind of try to stealth and peer in as Igvis and Dolakesh go in.
Sounds good. And when you immediately go to the window, right before Igvis and Dolakesh enter, you can see the older man behind the counter, just leaning up against the counter and reading a book, the same book that you saw when you entered, that was named Calling of the Reaper. And he just seems to be sitting there reading. Dolakesh, Igvis, you guys go ahead and you enter the shop just to kind of remind you of the shop itself. The air in here is pretty thick, with the smell of fresh blood and smoke. And on either side of the room there are tables, and there's a small selection of meats. The meats on this table here look a little bit different as you kind of peer around. And then, of course, you have that service counter at the far end. And there's a curtain behind this older gentleman with white hair and a long white beard. And he just sits there leaning over the counter. And he pays you no mind as you enter, reading his book.
Do I recognize this book at all?
Go ahead and give me a religion check.
8.
Nope. You don't recognize it. It does say Calling of the Reaper on the front of the book. It's you can clearly see the title of it, but you've never heard of this book.
Right, okay. Has he noticed us walking in, or is he kind of engrossed in his book?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like he noticed you, like his eyes just kind of went up for a second and then back down to his book.
I'll go ahead and step forward to the counter. Are you the purveyor of this slaughterhouse?
If by purveyor you mean I work here, yes, I do.
Do you own it?
No, I do not. What?
Who's the owner?
Who are you exactly, and what do you want?
My name is Craggle. I am a gauntlet with the Flaming Fist on investigation.
Okay. Pask owns the place.
Task or Pask?
Pask with a P.
Do I know this name?
You do not.
Okay. Where might I find Pask at this time?
I'm not quite sure. I'm not his babysitter.
No, but you are his employee in his establishment, and you'll have more respect than that. Where do you keep the acid vats from when you extract from the creatures?
Wherever I'm just the person who runs the front counter. I have nothing to do with the rest of the establishment's process and the butchering of things and everything.
Oh, good. So you'll have no problem if I look around, right?
Well, I mean, you're not really supposed to do that.
Out of character, I have some authority, don't I?
Oh yeah, I mean, you're quote unquote, a member of the Flaming Fist. But yeah, as long as you are displaying yourself as such, and as a gauntlet, you would have authority. Absolutely.
Right.
But you don't have a badge. It is worth mentioning.
Right.
Just as a reminder.
Igvis does, so I'm going to lean on that. But I'll go ahead and step up to the counter. I'll kind of impose myself a bit, maybe not like fully outstretched, but spread my wings just a little bit, make myself a little bit bigger. Say something like, are you actually threatening to impede on an investigation right now? Should I have to bring my man up in here, or are you going to let me investigate freely?
Go ahead and give me an intimidation. And give me advantage.
Baba Booey. Oh my god. 13. I rolled a 2 and an 8.
He says, well, you know, do you have a badge? Do you have anything you just come in here and make these claims, but and at this point, he'll close his book and he'll put it under the counter, and he'll say, how do I know that you're actually a member of the Flaming Fist? You must tell me a little bit more about what's going on and at least prove your identity.
I'll produce my badge at this point.
As he's doing that, I'll point to the tattered parts of my robes where it was torn off. My badge was taken off while I was on investigation for this very incident. Seems that a lot of dangerous stuff has been going around. He'll vouch for me, and I'll point to Igvis pulling out his badge. Now,
So
what say you?
And while I pull out the badge, I'm also going to pull out the vial of the Ankh egg that we recovered from the bodies at the mortuary and say, this was found on bodies, and I don't want any more of them.
All right. Well, why don't you just how about you stay here, and I'll see if I can go find Pask, or at least find out where he might be for you. He'll be the person you'll want to talk to anyway.
As soon as he turns his back, I cast Detect Thoughts on him.
Okay. Can you link Detect Thoughts for me?
Yo.
I'll also signal to Vati.
Oh, I don't have Detect Thoughts yet because I'm not level 3. Never mind.
Okay. There you go.
So used to playing Dolakesh high level.
So he will say, just one moment, I'll be right back. And he will move through the curtain here.
Would I be able to signal, like, do we know if there's another exit to this place out the back or anything?
You have not seen any other exit.
Okay. I'll poke Dolakesh and be like, hey, can you have Marza check around the sides, make sure there's no other way out of here?
I'll nod and then turn my head out the window and telepathically message Marza, keep an eye on the back if you can.
She full on jumps, but then goes ahead.
Instead of a mind read, can I insight check him for any kind of wariness, nervousness, apprehension, that kind of thing?
I kind of want to do that too.
Yeah, go ahead. You can both give me insight.
Oh my god, kill me.
At least I got a 20.
Yeah, so Dolakesh, I mean, you're not getting much from him, but Igvis, I mean, he is definitely nervous. You don't think that is uncommon, especially dealing with members of the Flaming Fist. So you definitely sense a very high amount of nerves, for sure. Maybe a little bit more than someone might normally have dealing with the Fist, but at the same time, you are members of the Fist, and it's rather intimidating for any non-Fist members, especially when they're being questioned the way that he's being questioned.
Would it be safe to assume that Vati and Marza could hear all that, or are they just seeing us?
No, it'd be safe to assume that they could hear it.
Okay.
Maybe Marza, a little bit of the end of the... Well, actually, you messaged her after the conversation, so... Yeah,
Right.
both of them could hear from the windows where they were.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure they could hear all that.
Can I see anything as I come around the back of the building?
So you can see what you see on the map regarding the building itself. Regarding behind the building, there are a series of pens with different livestock that are in them, and you do see some workers that are taking care of the livestock, feeding the livestock, and then there's a couple sheds behind that the workers occasionally lead the livestock into.
Okay, but definitely no exits.
No exits from the building itself.
Okay, cool. I'll go ahead and tell Vati that I don't see any way that he could get out from
And then I'm
there.
gonna.
Kind of like... can I loud whisper through the window? Like a stage whisper?
I was just gonna look at like Dolakash through the window and kind of signal that there's no exits, however that might look.
Okay.
But I will tell Vati that I think we should... Maybe we could talk to the workers out back. They might know something else that others won't tell us.
Just for flavor, what kind of signal do you give Dolakesh from the window?
You mean Vati?
What kind of signal, Vati, do you give Dolakesh from the window too?
So for flavor, it's a weird mixture of hand signs and like almost what's the game called? Charades, I believe it's called.
Oh, great.
So like I'm just trying to like somehow figure out how to communicate because I don't yeah, no, I'm almost like doing like a little mime act, but like also trying to hand signal it. It was just a very weird way of like I'm trying not to speak to you to let the other people know that I'm here in the building.
I think while he's in the back, I'll be walking, like pacing back and forth a little bit as well. So just in case we didn't get, I'd essentially be doing that.
Okay. Yeah, I was just curious if what you're giving him is something that's just for flavor, what it actually physically looks like. If it's something that he'd be like, take me a second to get that.
I mean, it might take a second just
2
to
words, 4 syllables.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I'm like trying to spell it out in the air with my fingers.
Marza just goes in front of him and pretends to open a door and then like shakes her hands in front of her like, no door.
I'm just going to raise an eyebrow and then wait for the guy.
And as if on cue, he does come back behind the curtain and says, yes, Pask will be out, in a moment. And then he kind of just like nervously stares at you. On cue, this guy comes out. And he has, see if I can get you like a little picture,
He looks
here.
really funky from where I can see him.
Looks like this. Has dark black hair that partially covers his face. He's a lanky man. And he says, yes, my name is Pask. I'm told that you need me for something. What can I do? I own this place.
I will kind of look him in the eye sternly, but go ahead and give the passing formality of a bow in front of him. My name is Craggle. I'm a gauntlet with the Flaming Fist. This is Igvis, the fist underneath me, and we are investigating a series of happenings in the town as of late. And we'd like to take a look at your establishment.
I suppose that that you can do that. I guess if you wish. Yeah, I mean, is there something specific I can help you with? What are you looking for? We're just a butchery. You should obviously know that.
At this point, I'll show him the vial again, like the acid, and just let him know this substance was found on all the bodies that were dumped outside of the walls, and we know that you're the only person who butchers honk eggs. So we need to see how our perpetrator possibly could have gotten this stuff.
Well, I mean, we do have out back in the sheds. I mean, we do have dead Ankh egg bodies back there, and we do keep the bodies back there. So I'm sure that's anybody if they broke into our sheds could have gotten that.
Has there been any break-ins?
And he kind of like looks over to the older man and says, Jameis, do you know of any break-ins? And he says, well, now that you mention it, Pask, I do remember of a break-in, 2 nights ago, actually. I didn't think too much of it. There are hoodlums in the area and young kids, always running around and getting into mischief. So I didn't necessarily report it. And Pask says, this is why you have to report these things, Jameis, because then we get Flaming Fist on our front steps. Obviously this is clearly just a misunderstanding. There are kids, and they get a hold of this stuff, and who knows what happens to it. Then there's a black market. You know how it is in the outer city. I'd be happy to show you our sheds.
And more, but we'll start there.
Is where the sheds where you butcher them, or just store the bodies?
That's where we store the dead Ankh egg bodies, as they come into us from the outer lying farms.
What do you do with the acid after you're done butchering them?
I mean, we don't necessarily extract acid from them. We're in the business of meats, so we just discard the bodies themselves.
Would I know the level of expertise it would take to extract the venom from a dead body?
Give me a survival check, or just a general intelligence, whatever
Oh my God.
you prefer.
9.
Yeah, you don't know.
Am I overhearing this?
Yeah.
Would I be able to either use intelligence or like my alchemical set knowledge to know?
Sure. Absolutely. Yeah, if you have proficiency with that, you can add your proficiency bonus to your intelligence and do that.
It's 13.
I'd say that with your 13, you know that you don't know exactly how it would be done, but you know that it would be a complicated process to extract, acid or poison or venom, and be able to use it, especially from such a complicated creature. So it's not something that the average Joe would be able to do, or
some random kids.
Yeah, or some random kids, for instance.
I'm just gonna look at. I'm gonna motion and just kind of do shaking my head with the flat hand underneath the neck, like it wouldn't, to signal to Dolakesh that it wouldn't be something that the average person would do.
I'll give a nod to
that. So I'll talk to Pask and just say, so would you like to accompany us, or do you want to just give us the key to your shed?
I can have one of my workers accompany you to show you this shed. I do have quite a bit of work to do here, and if you need me again, you can just come back and ask for me. But I'm sure one of my workers out back would be willing to show you the shed.
As I mentioned before, the shed is a good starting place, but is there anywhere you would declare off limits to our investigation?
Well, this is a working establishment, and having the Flaming Fist just all up in a bout in here, does disrupt our business, and we do have to make a living. So, I would prefer that if you need to conduct your business, at least you focus on the areas, that you are here to look at. Like I said, there's nothing for you inside. We just have our butchery back here, and of course, just upstairs are some bedrooms and a meeting room and a kitchen. Nothing that would help your investigation of Anke acid or whatever you're looking for.
May I insight?
Yeah, go ahead and give me an insight. And give me it at advantage because you're already...
I'll take the 21.
Yeah.
Unless you want me to roll again.
No, that's fine. You could only get a 22, and the 21 is fine. Yeah, he is totally nervous, and he really does not want you back there. And you can kind of see he's stumbling over his explanations here, and he was going back and forth with this older guy who he called Jameis, and it almost seems like they're bullshitting you. They're just kind of making stuff up on the spot to kind of get you to leave. That's the sense you're getting from this whole conversation.
And before we do anything else, I just want to look at Jameis and be like, so you said that there was a break-in, 2 days ago, correct?
Yes, 2 days ago. Right? Yes, 2 days ago.
Were there any break-ins prior to 2 days ago, or 2 days ago is the only one you recall?
No, I'm quite an old man, and it is hard for me to remember things sometimes. I can't remember exactly, but I know there have been other break-ins. I can't remember exactly when.
And you didn't bother to report any of them?
Well, it's just my job to watch the can. See, Jameis, I told you that you need to do that. I am so sorry about this. I will take care of this right away, of course. I will address this with him, and, we will secure our sheds, going forward.
Can I insight real quick on Jameis's comments?
An insight on Jameis's comments. Yeah, go ahead.
18.
You get kind of the same sense of everything that I told Igvis about Pask.
Well,
basically all the same feelings with Jameis. He's just kind of bullshitting, kind of muddling his way through excuses. And this looks like a very sloppy, put-together excuse and story to you.
Oh, and Pask, one more quick thing. Are your employees just going to believe that the sheds are open to our investigation? Do you have anything else for that?
Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm just going to send something to someone.
Ooh, mysterious.
by the way, DM, I know you're a little busy, but some text came up in my own research for building that I realized may affect the way things go. Aberrant Mind specifically has rules as written that the characters spoken to can respond. However, Awakened Mind from my class does not. So I don't think people can respond to my telepathic messages until I'm multi-classed.
Okay, that is good
Cool.
to know.
Good, because I was about to respond to you.
Have no more of that.
Okay, can you repeat your question for me, Igvis?
It was essentially, are they just going to take our word that you're letting us in the sheds, or do you have something more concrete for us?
Yes, I suppose that I can accompany you. As he looks over to Pask, and Pask nods to him, and just let them know, and then come back to my duties here in case we get more customers. We can get pretty busy this time of day.
In response to Pass' last comment about us sticking to what we need, that's for us to determine. This is an active investigation, and I highly recommend you don't get in our way.
Yes, I understand. I'll make sure the workers know not to bother you while you're in the sheds.
Splendid. Thank you, and I'll even let a smile crack my face.
All right, I suppose with that I can show you the way. If you'll follow me.
We're not going through here, and I'm going to point at the door.
No. The way back to the sheds is around back. We don't have a back entrance to the shed or anything like that.
Marza starts thinking really hard, staring at Jolakesh through the window. Don't go right, don't go right, don't go right.
I can't read your mind, sorry. Not yet.
Damn.
Alright, would you want me to do one last insight check on this, like, this is clearly a diversion, right? Is what I'm thinking.
Well, I would say your insight from before, you already get the overwhelming sense that they're bullshitting you.
This is, clearly.
You're getting the sense, both you and Igvis, that this is all bullshit. This is a very clumsy excuse that they're coming up with. They're clearly just bullshitting not very well off the top of their head, trying to come up with answers to what you're asking them. And
beautiful.
Yeah.
So in response to his little, oh no, we're gonna go this way, I'm gonna turn to Igvis. Clearly these guys are uncooperative. Would you mind getting the manip when you have a chance? And I'm hoping they react.
Yeah. So you say that, and and the old man here casts a spell and disappears.
You're fucking... I'm taking off for the back door.
Okay, perfect. So let me do this. We are going to roll initiative. So everybody can do that for me.
Damn it, I had a plan.
I'm sorry.
Was there anything for Marza earlier? She put in the chat.
There's my nat 20.
She
Fucking
was
kill
checking
me.
the window in the back.
Yeah, I sent some stuff to Mars.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that's
I
your
have
sending it
info
to.
for everybody that I could have shared and gotten more information, but we're gonna fight now.
Well, Igvis, Dolakesh, you don't need our help.
I mean, you just saw me call them out and that dude disappears. Shit's popping off for sure. I took off for the door immediately after. You can break a window, can't you?
It's
I thought
open.
that one was open. Well, I think the one Marza's at, is it?
Break it anyway. Fuck them. Oh boy!
I just like to roll a lot of dice. Don't mind me. It doesn't mean anything.
I just like the sound.
That's a very satisfying sound.
Don't
Sometimes when I'm home alone, I just roll dice.
mind. Okay. Let's see. Do we have everybody in there? I have Dolakesh in there. I have Igvis in there. Mars, Vati. Perfect. So yeah, Dolakesh, you are at the top of the order. There's this guy, and Pask is just sitting there, and the old man cast a spell and disappeared. What do you want to do? And the guy with the black hair, Pask, just is wide-eyed.
Is he inhibiting me from getting to the door at all?
He is currently by the door right there is a curtain, by the way, so you can just kind of throw it open just as an FYI. But yeah, he is next to you, but you can throw it open.
And I see what I see. So
Correct.
if no one's in,
I'm just going to describe this also for you in the stream. So there's a large workroom here, and it has a bunch of counters and tables that are used for butchery. There's a fireplace in one corner that emits a steady stream of heat, and there's a smoky haze in the air. There's a bunch of meats hanging from hooks and on shelves, and in the back of the room right here, you can see a large metal door. Right here, you can see there is a man who looks like a butcher. And over here, you see a man in a red outfit with a black hand on it and wielding a shield and a mace. And it looks like there might be stairs over here also at the far end of the room that lead up.
the person with the shield and the mace, does the shield or the clothing have any logos or emblazonings?
Yeah, so there's a big black hand on the front of the shield, and you recognize that hand.
Right,
You've seen it
right.
before. You've fought people who had big black hands on their shield. Session 1 in
Called
the
Dead
woods.
3.
And they were
Right.
part of, that crew.
So, seeing that one, I'll go ahead and just step forward through, and I'll again kind of like make myself bigger looking at them, and I'll say, "Drop your weapons."
Okay, go ahead and give me an intimidate check at... just give me an intimidate check.
18.
Okay, perfect.
Will I have to wait till their turn to see a reaction?
Yeah,
So I will hold Eldritch Blast for if they make a move at me. That doesn't include dropping their fucking shit.
okay. Okay, is that it?
That'll be it for now.
Igvis, you are up.
I guess seeing Dolakesh do that to like try and make this not violent, although it probably will, I'll take out my rope and attempt to wrap up Pascal here.
Okay. So, you're going to jump on top of the table there? Or are you going to run around it?
I'll just jump on top of it.
Okay. Just give me a quick athletics or acrobatics there.
19.
Yep, you're good. You jump right on top of the table. You whip out your rope and you go to grab him. Give me an athletics to grapple Pask.
12.
Oh, my thing's still private. So you fail to grapple him. He's just weasels his way out of your reach.
That's the action to try and grapple him, right?
Yeah, that's the action. So you still have more movement left that you could take, or any bonus action if you had a bonus action to use.
I think all my bonus actions require me to have hit them, or if I want to try and take him out, but I don't think I want to try and take him out yet. So I think that'll end my turn.
Okay. Pask is next. Pask is going to cast a spell, and behind you, Igvis, appears a dagger, a spectral dagger that floats in the air. And it will attack you. And I need to keep making these public. So 22 will hit you. And it takes... for that much damage. For 8 points of damage. Force damage, specifically. And then he will... He's going to take a step this way and attempt to touch you with his hand. So an 8 will miss you. And that is it. That's it for him. So the butcher goes. The butcher, you notice, drops his cleaver, Dolakesh, and he starts cautiously backing this way with his hands up. And then Marza, it's your turn.
Is the window locked?
The window is not locked.
Okay, would I
So
be able to
it's-
open that from
The
the
win-
outside?
So it looks like you would open it from the inside. So yeah, you would open it from the inside, but you could smash it.
I didn't know if I'd have like an advantage to opening windows from the outside with like a thievery kind of, roguishness.
I'd let you make me a thieves' tool check to just quickly open it.
Yeah, I'd rather do that than smash it.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah, I can't get to. Sleight of hand?
Yeah, sleight of hand will work. Yeah, so you kind of like jam your tools underneath and you try to kind of lift it up really quick from the inside and you're like, ah, and you can't really get it. You still have the rest of your turn, though. I'll say that isn't anything. You're just not able to do that
Okay.
quickly. You feel like if you had some time, maybe you could like open the window, but you just tried to do it like really quick with like a little flick of your tools, and you weren't able to do it.
I am not strong, so I don't know how well window breaking is gonna go, but I can give it a shot.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
Sorry, what?
An athletics. Yep. So Marza strong. So Marza is able to smash through that window, no problem.
Can you move me through the window, or should I just go through the door?
Yeah, I will move you through.
Thanks. I'll go ahead and throw a dagger at Pask.
Okay. Sounds good. Give me an attack.
Well, that's unfortunate.
So that misses. You still have more movement, though, if you wish to take it, or any bonus action if you have something.
Oh, we're not considering the window breaking anything?
Yeah, no.
Alright. Would I be able to, like, kind of crouch behind this counter and hide?
Sure.
Alright, yeah, I'll go for that.
Give me a stealth. Cool. Okay, is that your turn?
Yep.
Vati, you are up.
So, quick question. That man went invisible. Do you think it will be possible for me to use like an arcana or like an investigation check to see if like I can see like flickers or something that would indicate that he's moving?
You're trying to see if he is moving. You want to... Here, give me an arcana check.
Copy that. $23.
You're pretty confident that he was not casting invisibility, but he was casting some sort of teleportation spell.
Fuck. Okay. Well, at least that eliminates one problem. Okay, so I'm gonna hop. I can't hop through the window. It won't let me, but
Yeah, you could smash it. You want to smash it?
isn't this the one that's open though?
I don't believe it was open before. It's open. You can see through it.
Okay, I mean, like, yeah, I guess I'll just quickly break it.
Okay. Just give me an athletics check real quick. As long as you don't... 5 is what you're looking for, so... Pretty easy to break the glass. Just as long as you don't, like...
Yeah, about that.
All right, yeah, so with the 0, you kind of, like, go to break it, but you do it hesitantly, you know, so you don't, like, break your hand. And, you know, you just kind of hurt your wrist trying to, like, bash into it. And you're like, ah!
Like
I like to picture that his fist just bounced back to his face.
I mean, it is a 0 technically. I didn't even I don't know if I would have enough force behind that. Like, it almost like I gave it a fist bump. Really, like that's just like a really strong fist bump.
It's like I scared of the window and just slaps it really hard.
Yeah. Yeah, so you try to break that window and you can't do it.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, he casted teleportation. I guess I will just move to go around, and I'll just ready my whip if anybody decides to come out the front door.
Okay, sounds good. Dolakesh, this man with the shield is not backing down. He starts to lurch towards you, so your ready to action will go off.
Getting blasted. 16.
16. 16 will miss as he
Wow.
puts up the shield to kind of block the blast, and the shield itself, takes a good brunt of the force, and he just smiles and then moves up at you. Change your initiative to be right before him.
Boy.
And he attacks you with his mace. Ooh, we're gonna have to roll another d20 here.
He's actually lucky because I was about to hellish rebuke the fuck out of him.
That is a crit fumble.
Yeah,
So we're
boy.
gonna go ahead and roll on our critical fumble table.
I'm glad that it wasn't me.
Right.
Oh boy. So he acts as if he is under the effects of confusion until the end of his next turn. Okay.
I like to think that fits so flavorfully with attacking me. Like almost like I'm whispering into his mind as he steps forward, like, you don't want to do this.
He can't take reactions, and he has to roll a d10 at the start of his next turn to determine his behavior and what he does. So as he swings at you with his mace, you kind of duck, and it bounces off the back wall and into his head, and he's kind of just swirling right now, completely bewildered by it. That is him. He's done.
Okay. So he can't take reactions, right? So, okay. I will bonus action hex him. I'll give him disadvantage on strength checks. That might as well be the one. And I will move to the back of the building here. And blast him.
Okay, go ahead and give me an attack roll.
24.
24! Yeah, 24 will do it.
So he will take 8 force damage and 4 necrotic.
Woo!
So as I duck it and kind of swirl away from him, kind of spin move, give him a smile, you should have listened, and then shoot him with a beam.
Nice. Igvis, you are up. Igvis, as you actually, really quick, Dolakesh, you see the trap door over here behind the tables burst open.
Oh boy.
And you hear a strange sound coming from below, like the bellowing almost of a giant creature. Igvis, you are up.
Fun.
Can I yell out something big back here at the end of my turn?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just hop off this little... And I'm going to take just a full round of attacks on Mr. Pask here.
Okay.
An 11.
An 11 will miss.
Okay.
And as you like go to swipe at him with your short sword, it clangs off of hard metal solid armor that he seems to have underneath his clothing. And but your second attack, which is that another short sword or is that an unarmed strike?
I'm using my bonus action, like martial arts, to hit him.
Okay.
So unarmed.
So unarmed. So like you come down with like a karate chop or however you want to do it, around his neck or between the armor that he's wearing.
So 20 hit then.
Yes, 20 hits.
For 4 damage.
4 damage. Sounds good.
And can I also use a key to do flurry and hit him one more time?
Absolutely.
17 on that one.
17 will hit.
Cool. For 7.
7 points of damage. Ouch, that hurt. Anything else?
Nope, that'll do it.
Okay. Pask is up. Pask is going to maneuver his dagger to be right behind you, Igvis, and that spectral dagger will attack you again. So a 10 will miss you. And then he casts another spell, and these swords, a sword in his hand comes out of pure darkness, it looks like. He's wielding a short sword just made of pure emptiness that just forms in his hand. And then he moves. You're going to get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I'll use my reaction to slash him. For a 20 to hit.
20 will hit.
Bring up the roll damage thing. Okay. For 4 more damage.
All right. And that is his turn. You see the butcher Dolakesh move. And Igvis, you see the butcher just come right outside of the curtain. Do you do anything about him? He looks unarmed as you come out, and he looks scared.
I would just yell at him to stay in the corner and not leave the building, if anything.
Okay. He will continue moving. And he will
reaction, so
leave the building. And you see that Vati, you see the butcher run out in a bloody smock, hands in the air, yelling.
He's technically within my melee range.
Okay. I mean, if you want, so you wouldn't get an attack because he hasn't left your melee range. So
he had a readied whip attack.
Oh, you readied an attack. I'm sorry. So if you wanted to take it on him, you could.
Would I have enough what
you see is a man with this thick mustache and an apron of sorts, full of blood. He is unarmed. He's running with his hands up, and he's screaming as he exits the building. And that is what you see, like, immediately coming out of the building. And he doesn't come towards you, but straight out the door.
I mean, he is unarmed, and this is a butchery shop. Didn't see him initially, so I'm just gonna let him go by me.
Okay, sounds good. That's where he gets with his turn. Dolakesh, as you are standing there, outside of that trap door comes this creature.
What the fuck?
And it is a pretty large creature, a 7.5 foot, 8 foot tall creature made of what looks all these different amalgamation of body parts and animal parts, and it has this gigantic skull of a ram. And so, looks like this.
Jesus.
And it comes out and it bellows as it goes and looks to attack you. So it comes there, and that's 2 movements for it. But it is angry, and it looks like it is coming for you, Dolakesh.
Goody.
Marza,
Bring it.
You're up.
Okay, what is Past doing? Is he just standing there?
He was originally right here, and he moved around the table, and he has a blade of shadow in his hand. And it looks like he's trying to continue around the table in this direction.
Like, to get past Igvis to the curtain? Like,
You're not entirely sure. I mean, because you don't know what he's going to do next, but you did see him kind of come around this end of the table, and he looks like he's continuing in that direction.
alright, I'll go ahead and go for another dagger throw.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an attack roll at advantage.
Alright, well, I guess I don't really need to do the second roll.
Roll
Maybe
for
you'll get a crit.
Yeah, roll for crit.
No.
Well,
So you do
Wishful
hit.
thinking.
So go ahead and roll me damage with sneak attack.
nice.
Double max
Awesome.
rolls.
I mean, it's a D8, isn't it? Isn't it D8 piercing?
Oh, daggers are 1d4s.
Yeah, 1d4 plus 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my bad.
Awesome. So that hurt. So that's your action. Still have a movement or possible bonus action.
Sorry, I'm thinking. Two-weapon fighting definitely doesn't apply to thrown things, right?
Yes, it does.
Oh, for real?
It's a simple weapon.
Oh. So do I throw 2?
Good.
Can I go for a second one then? Like piggybacking on that?
Like I say, it does
If
specifically
that's what
say
you
it.
want to do.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, just wait till you get action surge and you get throw 4 daggers.
A 15 will miss.
And I don't still have advantage on that, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna keep the tables between me and him then. And that'll be my turn.
Sounds good. Bum, bum. Vati, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna walk in past the butcher person.
Okay.
I'm then going to take my whip, wrap it around my arm, and like kind of rip it like a ripcord, and activate my Crimson Ray.
Ooh, what does that look like?
Ah, fuck, mate. But it's K.
Okay. 4.
So as I rip it across my arm, like, because whips can cut, it cuts my arm, and as the blood covers the whip, it alights in flame. As I whip it to the side, and then I'm going to make an attack on this man here, the weird triangle face man.
Cool. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Does a 21 hit?
A 21 does hit.
So 7 initial damage, and then the Crimson Right damage is 1d4. An additional 1 flame damage. So a total of 8 damage on that man.
All right, and he goes down. Awesome.
I would like to, if I can, when I whip to knock him down, basically I'll whip and it'll like hit across his neck, and then I'll rip it backward, and it just fully knocks him onto the ground.
Okay, yeah. Cool. Love it.
Igvis, is everything okay?
It is definitely not okay.
Noted.
Marza just yells back, like, we could have done this quietly.
Okay, the fist of the man with the shield rolls for confusion, and got a 2, which means that he does not move or take actions this turn. And then shakes off his confusion at the end of his turn. Dolikesh, you're up.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm going to move, invoke opportunity, and Eldritch Blast the soldier to the north. So I'm going to move over here. Take an opportunity.
Okay. $18 to hit.
That'll hit, and I'll Hellish Rebuke after he does his damage.
And remind me, Hellish Rebuke.
So when I take damage, give me 1 second. Oh, sorry, I tried to do the description. Let me get the description because I think it's a dex
I can
save.
look at the
yeah,
description
dex
here,
13.
too.
Yeah.
Which is more surrounded by hellish flame. The creature dex or it takes 2d10 fire damage on a failed save or half on it. Okay, so a dex save. His wonderful dex save.
Fuck yes. So he takes 10 fire damage.
Awesome. And
what kind of attack?
did he attack you with?
Right.
Yeah, he headbutted you basically with those bony horns on his head.
Okay, so as he hits me, there will almost just be like a reverb of energy that like kind of comes off my body and blasts him back.
Okay.
And then blast on the soldier. 18 to hit.
18 will hit, yeah.
So that's 7 force and 5 necrotic. Total of 13.
Woo! 13. And you blast
I'm sorry, I
him.
can't do math. That's 12. 7 plus 5 is 12.
Okay, 12. You still blast him into oblivion.
Good. That'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. Bump. You see this person come down the stairs, Igvis, back here. And it is a hooded figure, and it looks like it has a mask on, a white mask from where you can see. You can kind of see, too, Vati, this figure, at least way in the back there.
Very clearly does not look like a good time.
Outside of the trapdoor comes the old man, Jameis, who moves over here across the way and casts a spell at you, Dolakesh. As this greenish swirling energy array comes out of you and right towards you. And so an 8 will miss you as it just whoosh and hits the back wall. As it hits the back wall, it smells something foul.
I'll just give him a glare back with glowing purple eyes.
Okay. The two people complicated my turn a little bit. 1 second. Okay, so stepping in, and then flying basically straight up to Jameis.
Okay.
And I will unleash 2 attacks on Jameis here.
Okay.
An 18?
18 will hit.
For 6.
Okay.
And an 11.
And 11 will miss.
Okay. And then I'll just stand with Jameis here, I guess.
Okay. Okay. That is your turn. The butcher runs out into the street and into the crowd, screaming, "Help! Help!" And off the map. Now, you would have the opportunity to take an attack of opportunity, Vati, as he starts to run.
And
If
he's
you
ready
wish.
to yell for help.
It sounds like out of his mouth, the first thing is "help" as he starts to run.
I mean, yeah, I'll take an attack of opportunity to try to prevent him from yelling for help.
Okay, go ahead and give me an attack.
Does a
Are
23
you about
hit?
to kill this man?
23 hits. Go ahead and roll
Pretty
damage.
sure he's innocent, guys.
All right, for 8 points of damage.
No, it's actually
More.
12 points of damage for fire because I still have the crimson right.
Oh yeah,
just
yeah.
kill a civilian?
You absolutely kill him. He goes, "Ha!" And as he does, like, your whip comes around and wraps around his throat.
Is there no way I can knock him out instead of killing him? Or is that double his HP?
Yeah, no, actually, you did like double his HP.
Holy
He's
shit.
just
I
he's
didn't-
just a commoner. So
You're on your own for that one, bud.
so yeah, you just grab him with the whip around the head and like pull him back, and he falls to the ground and bashes his head against the stone concrete as blood just pools there. And as you look out, there are people like on the street. And you see them see this, and they scream out, and there is now kind of chaos going out in the street.
Oh boy.
Man, I just wanted to stop him from like screaming and getting help from other cultists or something.
Could one potentially, hypothetically, use an attack of opportunity to just grab somebody?
To grab, yes, you could grapple, I guess.
Oh, I figured it was just an attack. Is it possible to try to grapple him instead? Because I really don't want to like kill him. That would go against kind of what Vati would want. He just really
Now-
doesn't want.
Okay,
added-
well now let's just talk really quick about character. Would Vati instinctually try to grapple him, or would he try to hit him with his weapon and not damage him too much?
I would try not to damage him too much because I didn't want to kill him. Because Vati wouldn't want to kill someone innocently. I would just want to like knock him out or prevent him from screaming out, basically.
So I would say that what happened. You tried to attack him, but he's just so weak. You know, you did
Damn it.
double his hit points and damage.
Why does
with
my
your
high roll have to be on the NPCs? Why couldn't it be on anything else?
All right. Who's up? The ram is up. Yeah, that was Igvis, then that. So it is gonna move like that. Up to you, Dolikesh, and it is going to attack you twice. It's first gonna come at you with its horns, and then it's gonna come down with slams and its bony claws and appendages. So this is with the horns. Let's actually move to it. Actually, I need... So a 12 to hit you.
That hits.
All right. For 4 points of damage. And then it attacks you again. Nine to hit.
Misses.
As it misses, and it seems like the fire that you did to it, it's still like trying to shake that off as it like clings to it a little bit more, and it seems a little distracted by the fire that enveloped it.
May I ask why it had advantage?
It had
They
disadvantage.
had disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage. Okay, my bad.
For reasons just mentioned.
I gotcha. I was reading, so I'm good. Sorry, never mind.
Marza, you are up.
Alright, I'm gonna start moving back that. How do I do corners? I forget how to.
You can hold control, and if you click, then you can continue moving, and it'll.
Gotcha. Thanks.
When you're ready to move, hit spacebar.
Yeah. Okay. Oh. Okay. All right, so Marza takes in this horrifying scene for the first time.
So you see Dolakesh over there being assailed by this absolute monstrosity, this 7.5-foot amalgamation of bones and animal parts and this ram-headed skull, and he seems pretty beat up over there by this thing and bloodied. And then on the other side, you see Igvis, who is flying right next to old Jameis there, just wailing away at him. And then across the way here, you see a hooded figure with a skull mask.
And as I pass this spot where Pask was originally standing, I am going to grab my dagger that should be around, like, the wall or the ground there.
Okay.
So with that, is that going to be my action to take that?
Yeah,
or...
to pick up your weapon would be an action.
Okay. All right.
Do you have anything else? Any bonus action? Anything like that?
Sorry, I'm thinking. Because I have a thing I can do, but I'm deciding, like, flavor character-wise, if that is a thing that she would do right in this moment. Like, how dire do things look? How are Dolakesh and Igvis doing?
Dolakesh, well, you guys describe how your characters look.
Dolakesh has his back up to a table, very much imposed by this thing. He's probably got blood coming out of his mouth, maybe bruises around him, but a look of intense anger staring this thing down.
What about you, Igvis? How do you look?
I look hurt, but not like about to go down. A little bloody, but otherwise like still in it.
And what's the status of the ram golem?
It looks angry and just intense. It's hard
But
to tell.
not,
It's
like,
hard
on the verge of going down or anything.
Yeah, it has a little bit of fire that just kind of dissipated out on it, but it just looks like a beast. It's hard to tell too because it doesn't have like, it's an amalgamation of a bunch of different parts of like animals and the skull, so you know, it doesn't look like it's bleeding normally, like chunks of flesh are missing out of some of these parts, some bone is chipped, but it looks pretty deadly and healthy for as far as you can tell.
Okay, sorry. This is a very difficult decision to make on whether I do this right now or not, based on character background things. Because I have certain abilities that I haven't... Like, I'm deciding when to take them.
Mm-hmm.
And I just... It could be very helpful, but I don't think she would want to draw on that kind of power right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and hide using the curtain as my bonus action.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth check. Okay. So that is your turn then. Igvis, you are standing there, and this person just blinks into existence next to you. Hooded figure also has a bone mask over its face and is wielding 2 daggers. And it attacks you. The first one has advantage as it just pops into existence on you. And so that's a 20 to hit.
Yep.
And its dagger seems to really hit a vital spot on you. As it does 18 points of damage to you.
Okay, Igvis is down.
Okay, and then after that happens, and you'll see this Dolakesh and Marza, that figure disappears. Vati, you're up. You can't really see what happened to Igvis, but you definitely hear him yelp out.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to jump the table, I guess.
Okay.
If I can do that.
Yeah, give me an acrobatics check. 10 is what you're looking for. Acrobatics or athletics, whatever you want.
I did acrobatics and got it at 20.
Awesome.
So
Yeah,
20,
you are
20.
able to catapult over that table. Your feet don't even touch it. Even can do like a somersault or a flip over it if you want. Roll up.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'll do it like I'll jump over it and then do like a quick like rotating spin and then land on my feet next to Marza.
Nice.
I'll move the rest of my movement here, and I believe, yeah, that's within 15 feet of me. I'm gonna make an attack on the goat monster.
All right. Sounds good. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Does a 24 hit?
A 24 does hit.
Okay, so 7 plus 4, 7 damage from the whip, and then 4 from the fire. So a total of 11.
And I just want to confirm with your Crimson Right. So you calling you right. Okay, attacks you make with this weapon are magical. So this is a magical weapon.
Yes.
Cool. And it seems like it just cuts a little extra deep, your whip. And that's for fire damage. So 11 total we have, right?
Yes.
All right. And that really, really hurt this thing. All right. Anything else, Vati?
I'm just gonna yell out towards Dolakash, we need to finish this now.
All right.
And that should be it.
Dolakesh, you are up.
Seeing Vati run in with his flaming arm and being a little impressed and hearing his words of encouragement, I'm going to move my hex to the golem creature. I'm going to kind of straighten up a little bit, gritting through the pain, and draw my 2 sickles. I'm going to attack twice with my sickles.
Okay. Your sickles are not magic, right?
They are not.
Okay. So you draw your sickle, and right as soon as you hit with the first sickle, it just seems to like bounce off the skin of this creature, off a piece of bone.
For what it's worth, if I actually hit it, it would also do necrotic.
Okay. Sounds good. So go ahead and roll the hit then.
Whoops, sorry, 1 second. I accidentally closed the tab with Foundry.
Oh no.
Okay, so first hit is a fucking 5, which misses.
That does miss.
Second one is a 19.
A 19 hits, and kind of that same effect. Like you don't feel like the sickle did much damage itself, but it definitely doesn't seem to like the black energy that emanates from the sickle.
So the sickle
From
did
your
do
hex.
3, and the hex did 4.
Okay.
And you might even see after that grand showing of bolstered energy, after the sickle just kind of bounces off of it, doing very minimal. He might even look a little desperate.
All right. That's it, Dolakesh?
Yes, sir.
All right. Next, this hooded figure here moves up to you, Vati, and will attack you with a dagger. Seven will miss you, I assume.
Yes, I have 15 armor class.
And that is its turn. The old man is up. Okay, Igvis is currently down. The old man will cast a spell. Well, first he'll move over here, and then he'll cast a spell at you, Vati. And again, this green energy comes out of his hand. And a 7 will again miss you, like those 7s today.
Dodging and weaving. Body's holding his own.
Dodges the dagger, dodges this magical ray. All right, that's it. Igvis, give me a death saving throw. Interesting.
Interesting.
All right, the ram-headed monstrosity is up. He is going to take 2 attacks at you, Dolakesh, at disadvantage, as Vati, the fire from Vati's whip from last round, seems to distract him. So first one at disadvantage is 16. Does that hit you, Dolakesh?
Correct. Hits. Sorry.
All right. For this much damage. 7.
And Dolakesh goes down.
Fuck.
All right. And then he turns his attention towards you, Vati, and takes a step forward. And that is it. And actually, after that attack, you actually see the ram-headed creature, where his eyes would be, this red flame kind of emits from the eyes as that flame that you hit it with kind of gets sucked in and then out the eyes, and it bellows really loudly and starts shaking uncontrollably. And he actually turns his gaze towards the man with the hood and the skull mask next to you, Vati, and rushes him. Marza, your turn.
Okay, so can I see that like magic damage is obviously having more of an effect?
No, you wouldn't really notice that. No.
And is it clear that the golem is going for the guy in the hood?
Yes. It's pretty clear that he is currently going for the guy in the hood.
Then I'll go ahead and do 2 thrown daggers again, 1 for main action, 1 for bonus. 2 weapon fighting towards the hooded man.
Okay. That is a 10 to hit. A 10 will miss.
But then with the advantage, the second roll is 14.
There you go. Okay, so 14 will hit.
Okay.
And go ahead and roll it with sneak attack. So that is a 9 total damage. Which hurts, but he is still up.
Alright, and then for the second one.
And this one is normal. 12 will hit. For 6 points of damage. So this one you won't have sneak attack on. But the 6 points is enough to take him down.
Okay, and then I'm gonna actually move into the room now. And I think that's my turn.
All right. Next, we are going to roll 50-50. High is Vati, low is Marza. Okay, Vati.
Oh boy.
On the one side of you, this hooded figure appears out of nowhere and attacks you with 2 daggers.
Okay.
So the first attack is at advantage. $20 to hit.
That's definitely gonna hit. Yeah.
For 15 points of
I'm
damage.
still up. I'm still up.
And then he attacks you again normally. $23 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. Oh, quick. No, it's a little too late for this, actually.
All right. Is there anything you wanted to do or had to do?
Because Dolakesh is a creature, right? Do they count as a creature?
Dolakesh is a creature. Yes.
I could have used my blood curse because he's within 30 feet of me, and his HP did drop to 0.
Okay. Can you remind me what your blood curse does?
When a creature I see within 30 feet drops to 0 HP, I can use my reaction to have that creature make one weapon attack against a target choice within its range.
Yeah. I mean, I'll give you that retroactively if you just want to make a weapon attack for me, Dolakesh. And you would have made it against the golem because it was the only thing next to you.
And it has to be a weapon attack.
Yes.
Okay.
So with your sickle, I guess, probably.
12.
12 would hit, so go ahead and roll your damage. It's only going to do the necrotic, I guess, damage.
Right.
So that's the slashing
2 necrotic.
damage. 2 necrotic. Okay. So the creature takes an extra 2 necrotic. And then the damage you take, Vati, is this. 14. And how you doing, Vati?
Oh, sorry. I'm down. I just got down.
Right. And
With
then
that-
you see Marza. That creature disappears. Vati, give me a death saving throw.
You want to make this private, right?
It's up to you. You can make it private if you want. It's kind of fun that way.
Interesting.
Yes. Interesting. Dolakesh, give me a death saving throw.
Trying to remember how to do that in D&D Beyond. Never mind, I found it.
Okay.
And I forgot to make it private. My bad.
It's all right. Interesting. Nobody saw that.
I'll remember next time. My bad.
Okay. The old man is up, Jameis. Marza, you are the only one standing right now. What does he do? He already did that. He is... Well, that's 1, 2... He is going to use his action to calm down or attempt to the creature. He says, "You buffoon," he says, "stop, focus, kill the little one." So that is for him. He's
And-
going to roll some stuff.
As a flavor thing, Dolakesh, you definitely knew it was my influence that like pulled you briefly from your state of falling to make that attack.
Dope. I'll be sure to thank you if I live.
And Marza, you can see the creature calm down for a second. That fire in its eyes fades, and it looks at you directly. Igvis, give me a death saving throw. Peculiar.
Yeah.
Okay, that is Igvis. The creature is up. This creature moves up towards you, Marza, and will attack you twice. I'm trying to think. Did he take any fire damage last turn, between his turns? Marza didn't. Vati.
I don't think so.
No, I don't.
Not for
think he
me.
did. Okay. So this will be normal. His attacks, not at disadvantage. 19 to hit.
Yeah.
Oh boy. $10 points of damage.
Yikes.
I'm in trouble.
I'm in danger.
I'm in danger. All right. Normal attack 15.
I have dual weapon fighting, so my AC is +1. 15 is my AC right now.
Ah. All right. So that will hit.
Fuck.
For this much damage, 6 points of damage.
I'm down.
You are down. Okay. Marza's eyes go black.
Oh no.
We are going to turn off that music for a second as the battle ends. Really quick, I want everybody to give me privately the rest of your death saving throws. And I think this is a good time for a break in the session as you guys go ahead and give me those death saving throws.
Do we just keep going until we get either or?
Yeah, till you get either or. And for our viewers, we are in a sticky situation here. But
Remind me the threshold for the save throw. Sorry. Is it 11 and up? 10?
It's 10 and up.
10 and up.
Okay, thank you.
10 and up, you save. We're going to be doing some death saving throws here, and we will be right back.
What do you want me to do?
All right, we are back live here on Twitch after these interesting events. Our characters wake up. Igvis, Vati, and Dolakesh, you find yourselves chained to a wall in a cold, dark chamber. At the far end of the chamber up here is a giant creature. And the creature you recognize because you fought it upstairs. and it's chained to the wall on the other side by half a dozen chains. And it glares at you, slowly bellowing and moaning, not really struggling too much against its chains, but you can tell that it hungers for more blood. And all three of you come to, very slowly. First Igvis, then Vati, then Dolakesh. The door opposite you is closed, but you can hear screaming from your companion, Marza, coming from inside. Marza, you wake up, and you are lying splayed out on a table, face up. Jameis, the older man, is hovering over you, and behind him is a green vat of green liquid, and it smells horrible and foul as the noxious acidic vapors in the room just burn your eyes and throat. And he has a small bowl that has some of this green liquid in it from the vat, and he pours it onto the table in these grooves that are on the table below your back. And as he does so, scars and burns appear on your back as it hurts something absolutely horrible. The floor is covered in sawdust, and it looks like there's a whole bunch of burn marks around. And you scream out in pain as he pours that acid on the table, and it burns your back before slowly dissolving into your skin. He pours just enough so that it hurts, but that you stay awake and you don't pass out. And he says, "Tell me, do you know any other Hell Riders from El Terrell? Who are your parents?"
Parents?
Parents. Your lineage, child.
And through all of this pain, she's gonna let out kind of a hysterical laugh. Like that madness of intense pain mixed with kind of a madness that's already there. And he's not going to get an answer.
I said, answer me, child. And he pours more of this acid onto the table as it spreads out and covers your back and burns you even more. Where do you come from? And we'll come back to you in a second. Igvis, Vati, and Dolakesh. You wake up. You have those chains binding you to the wall. Your gear is obviously missing, not on you. And you come through still groggy. You can hear the screams of Marza coming throughout the door. And you can also hear some laughter in between the screams. What do you do?
How much movement do I have?
You'll have your normal movement, but you're currently chained to the wall. And you're chained with your hands basically above your head, to be clear. So your hands are chained up to the wall. Your feet are free, unchained.
And the chains, are they attached to like the ceiling or to like the wall?
They're attached to the ceiling.
Did I get a short rest from my incapacitation?
You did not. You all are in your same the same state that you were before you went down, as far as resources are concerned. And you're at 1 hit point.
So I'll just kind of groggily like, where are we? What's going? Marza, what's going on?
Just as a heads up, if any of you look at Vati, you'll notice a few things. There, he radiates extra heat of like almost like you're in a really hot cave. And his as he wakes up, his eyes they kind of do like it's like flames are coming from the center of them, almost kind of like Eye of Mordor type thing. And he does have a pair of jutting black ram's horns coming around outside of his head. And as he like breathes, it almost looks like his breath is like a raspy smoke, as if like there's like something burning inside of him. And Vati just kind of look at the both of you and then test the strength of the chains. I don't see if like if they've got any give whatsoever.
Yeah, and how hard exactly are you pulling at the chains?
Kind of just like throwing a little bit of my weight into it. Again, just kind of seeing if like how far they give in any direction, if any.
Yeah, they would give up towards the ceiling, but down they don't really have any give coming straight down towards the floor. So you could almost use them to climb up a little bit, but your arms are splayed as well, so you can't like, climb all the way up to the ceiling, right? But they do have some give standing up.
I do have one other quick question, because it kind of changes what I can do.
Okay.
Are my wings bound too, or is it just my hands?
Just your hands.
Cool. So, and how high is the ceiling here?
Ceiling is 10 feet.
Okay, so what I would like to try and do then is fly up a little bit to give myself a little slack and grab on above Vati's chains and try and pull down with him to try see if I can take them off the ceiling.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
Vati, help me! I'm trying to save you.
Vati.
I am gonna give him. I'll use the help action, I guess.
Okay. Sounds good. So you can use the help action, and then you can give me an athletics check, Igvis, with advantage.
13 with it.
And that's with the advantage. There.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you kind of pull down on the chains, and you're unable to break them from the ceiling, and the large creature in the corner moans a little louder. Going back towards Marza. He says, "Child, you will tell me who your parents are, and then I'll go to each of your friends as well, and only then, only after you answer my questions will I relieve you of this pain."
Did you see my whispered question there?
I did not. Give me a second. Okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
So he asks you again. He says, "Tell me, who are your parents, child?"
And she's still laughing.
As he moves and pours more acid down and along your back, and again it burns. It burns and it hurts, but pain that you felt worse.
Really? What are you using there? You want to give it another try? I can give you a couple minutes if you want.
You want to give me a charisma check of some sort? Persuasion, performance, maybe to basically mock him. Even intimidate, if you want.
Okay, yeah. I already kind of rolled the persuasion and it was real bad.
Yeah. He says, "Oh, you haven't felt anything yet, child. Just wait. There's plenty more where that came from. I will wear you down. They all wear down eventually." Who else do you know that comes from Elturel? Do you know anyone else who is a Hell Rider or has Hell Rider lineage?
I didn't even get to El Turel. I was walking, it was gone. That's it.
I don't believe you. And he pours more acid on to the table. Panning back, Igvis, Vati, Dolakesh, something's going on in there. You hear laughter. It's this you hear, obviously there's pain in between it, but it's weird. From the other room, you hear this laughter and the frustrations of what seemed like an older man. What else do you do after having failed to pull this chain from the ceiling, Igvisvati?
Would the chain count as a melee weapon if I'm holding it?
You could use it as like an improvised weapon.
For flavor, really, just could we say Dolakesh recognizes to a degree the madness of what man, like in terms of like torture, like it's very clear that she's being tortured and she's going mad. Would I kind of recognize that from my
I'm
backstory?
already there, buddy.
Well, sure.
Yeah, you can definitely hear something maniacal in the laughter, just
Right.
craziness almost.
So
For sure.
Dolakesh is going to be kind of staring at the door, almost taken aback and shocked to a degree, but then snapping out of it and seeing Igvis and Vati struggle, I'd help with the chain as best I can.
Okay. So go ahead and give me Igvis, are you trying to pull on this chain again?
Yeah, I want to try and free one of them because it'll be easier to get myself free in that case.
Okay, so you can give. I'll let. Who wants to give the help action to who?
I should not be the primary roller here, so I'll assist.
I mean, I can give the help action to Igvis in this case.
Okay,
Oh god, why is it all on me?
so Igvis, go ahead
Who's
and
got the highest strength
give
stat
me a
here?
roll with advantage.
I have a +0, what do you mean?
I have a -1.
I also have a minus.
Hey!
All right, Igvis. Finally, you're able to pull on Vati's chain, and Vati, your chain comes loose from your right arm. Your right arm is now free. The manacles are still attached to your wrist, but the chain has been yanked from the ceiling for your right hand. But your left hand is still attached to the ceiling on the chain above.
Okay. In which case, because I can use it as an improvised weapon, can I make an attack on the other chain?
Sure. And yeah, go ahead and give me a melee attack. And I'll actually let you use it like your whip. Just
Okay.
don't add your proficiency bonus, but otherwise, everything else you could use a whip for, or any abilities that would be affected by your whip, I'll allow you to use with the chain.
I'm gonna actually use Green Flame Blade. So
Basically, you're -2 to anything because that's your proficiency bonus.
okay. I did get a. Is it so private?
It's not
Nope.
private. Everybody can see that.
Okay, sweet. I'm
All right, and roll again. Just a flat d20.
Thanks for reminding me I didn't actually change mine.
Okay, you do not
Oh, thank
critically
God.
fumble with this green flame chain, and you try to like whip it up towards the top of the chain, but you scorch the wall instead.
damn it.
Dolakesh, actually, Igvis's action was to help Vati, and you wanted to help Vati as well. So I can say that from the other side, Dolakesh, maybe he's pulling down on the chain as you're trying to attack it with Green Flame Blade. So I'll give you another attack roll if you want.
Sure.
Against it.
You have advantage on your chain.
Yeah.
I was almost a 15. Why does it not? I can't.
God.
Oh yeah, so you just try to whip at it twice and you fail, but you can tell that the creature in the corner is getting a little bit more agitated.
Do the chains around the creature seem to be coming out of the wall at all as it's moving, or do they seem secure so far?
So far, they seem secure.
Okay, I'm going to move on to the next chain, start pulling again.
Okay.
I'll try and free Vati again, too.
Okay, so we're going to go back to Mars first. And Jameis looks at you and says, maybe I'll have better luck with one of your friends. One last time I'll ask you, and then I'll start torturing them. Maybe you care about their safety more than your own? So tell me, who are your parents?
So am I bound?
You are. You are chained to
Okay.
the table, both hands and feet.
Well, I've actually got a meeting later. Kind of my parents, I guess. Well, if you want to meet them. What time is it anyway? I really, really can't be late for that.
Stop playing with me, you know what I want! And he pours more acid into the table.
My friend, I physically cannot tell you who my parents are. I don't have the knowledge.
Well, that's more of an answer than you've given before. Let's pry.
Couple pieces of shit, maybe?
Let's pry a little bit more. How about your friends? Are any of them from Elturel?
I literally don't know. What time is it?
It's time for you to keep answering my questions. And
How
trust-
about you give me the time of day first? And then maybe we can do like a little 20 questions.
No, this isn't a negotiation here, child. You'll answer my questions either way. Sooner or later, I have all the time I need.
I don't know, you don't seem very good at this.
And he will, again, pour some more acid onto the table. Give me a con saving throw, Marza. Yeah, and man, you are just like this is nothing compared to what you've been through. This is nothing compared to what you've been through. I mean, you're used to noxious fumes from your past, foul-smelling things. You've felt worst pain. This is a cakewalk for you. It's almost comical. Moving.
How long have you been doing this, buddy? Do you need some practice, maybe? I can probably list some like chemicals and stuff. I don't know that. There's definitely some things. It's better than this. I mean, come on, bud.
I'm a little rusty. Pask was doing most
Clearly.
of this work, but We'll get there. We'll get there eventually, and then you'll regret mocking me.
Sure, buddy. Sure.
Igvis
Half the
Vati.
time?
Igvis Vati Dolakesh. You try again to yank at this other chain, and the both of you help Vati. Vati, as both of them are helping you, give me another roll with double advantage. So go ahead and roll 3 times and take the highest.
It's going to be that 18.
Awesome. So how do you want to do this? You can either yank that chain down, you can be attacking it with the other chain. How did you want to get that last chain off the wall?
I mean, it's just going to be the green flame blade. Like, it heats up the chain I use in my hand like a whip, and I just, between the heat and the hit, it just kind of almost melts the bit of the chain and strikes it like it was like a forge.
Okay.
Ping.
As you do that, you are now free. Obviously, you have still the chains attached to your whip, to your wrists, but you're almost like wielding them like Ghost Rider, in the way that you're using these chains, and you can use them like you would normally use your whip. Igvis and Dolakesh are still attached, though, to the ceiling, and you can see that this creature is now very agitated, and he starts yanking at his chains, and you can see them pulling against the stone as the stone where they are anchored into the wall starts to crack.
So the creature is definitely trying to get out, right?
Yes.
That's what... Huh. It must get. Do I see it when I'm looking at the creature? Does it look like it's still wounded from before?
Yes, yeah, you see chips in there. I mean, what wound it is, you don't know, right? Because you can't. It's not like bleeding or anything, but there's definitely pieces of skin missing, flesh missing, and nicks in the bone. A little chip in its horn. But I mean, it looks pretty strong.
As Valti falls out, I'm essentially going to catch his eye. I'm useless. Get Igvis or get Marza, but there's no point in wasting your time with me.
I guess I'm going to attempt to free Igvis a bit.
Yeah, and since I can't reach Dolakesh where I am, kind of what I want to do is float up and go upside down so my feet are on the ceiling and pull as hard as I can too.
Okay, cool. So go ahead and give me an athletics check, Igvis, with advantage. And then after this roll, you'll also get an action, Dolakesh. And then we are going to
17
switch back to Marza. 17. 17 is enough. As you yank on these chains and you're able to pry free your left hand from the chain, and you feel the right one giving way.
We're almost there, Vati.
All right, I've got a stupid idea.
So Dolakesh, you also have an
Down.
action return.
Can I disguise the voice that I telepathically send?
You're...
I want to telepathically message the golem in the voice of the old man.
So how would you change? What would you be using to change your voice to the old man? If you have
My memory of the man's voice.
Okay, so you're just gonna try to bluff it as if it's the man's voice.
Yes, I'm trying to disguise the thought speech to the voice of the old man.
Okay. Sure. We can give this a go. Give me a deception check.
That's what I'm good at. 23.
23. Yeah. Okay, what are you saying?
Release the girl. Release. What did he call her? He called her the little one, or what did he call her when he told the golem to attack her in the bar, or in the butcher shop?
The little one?
The little one. Yeah. Release the little one.
Okay. And it will yank on its chains even harder, and you can see those cracks forming in the wall.
Is it still looking at us, or is it looking at the door, maybe?
At this point, its head's kind of like, it's not looking at anything. It's just kind of shaking, moving against the chains, just trying to get free. So you're not sure what its motivations are at the moment.
The last thing before I'm up, or I'm done, to them, I tried to fool the creature, but I think you should get Marza first.
Right. Back to Marza. He puts the bowl down that he was using, and he grabs a much larger bowl that he fills with the acid from the vat in the corner. And he says, "Think very carefully now about how you answer my questions, because it may be your last. I know you've traveled."
She's kind of gonna look at him like lazily, like she's kind of listening, but like, eh.
Says, "I know you've traveled with people from El Terrell. I have this knowledge. So tell me who they are, what are their names, and where are they now?"
All right, I travel with some people, yeah. I tend to keep to myself a little bit. I don't talk to people. I don't know their stories. I don't know them. They were convenient.
"Well, that's unfortunate for you." And he pours...
Isn't it for you too?
He pours the much larger bowls onto the table. Are you resistant in any way to poison or acid? Do you have any kind of
I
resistance
don't
in that?
believe so.
Okay, just to check. I don't know if you gained anything that at third level that might give you that, but make me another well, actually, don't worry about a con save. You're at 1 hit point. So it does enough damage to bring you unconscious. And then you don't see what happens after that. Igvis, Vati, Dolakesh. Vati, you're completely free. Igvis, you are you have one hand left to go. Dolakesh, you are still chained up. Each of you go ahead and get one more turn, and then we're going to enter into initiative to track turns that way.
Time to pull some more.
Yeah. Yep.
Can
I'll
I
give
even
you-
reach Igvis's chain from my position?
Not from your position, no.
Okay.
But Vati, if you want to use your turn to give him the help action, you can do that, or you could do your own thing.
The screaming just went silent, by the way.
Is it control click that does the this door? Is that what leads to Mars's? That's where
You believe
is
so. That's where you're
Okay.
hearing the sounds from, and you could try to open it, which
I'm
would just
actually
be
gonna-
to click it if you choose to do that.
I'm gonna actually move over to like hear and prepare a green blade chain whip, if anything comes through that door.
Okay. You can do that. Igvis, go ahead and give me an athletics check as you pull against that chain. Just a straight roll.
Oh god.
Okay, you fail to release yourself from that last chain. Dolakesh, what are you doing?
Oh man, there's nothing I can do. I'm expectantly looking at the creature, hoping that it listens to my command.
Okay. So at this point, we will all go into initiative. So go ahead and roll me that initiative.
Am I doing this as well?
Yes, you will be at 0 hit points, Marza. So you take 1 point of damage, which puts you at 0.
Weird, I didn't get my initiative.
Yeah, okay, so I still need Igvis.
I rolled it, it just didn't put it in the
okay, there you are, 18. But then put you at 18. Okay. Marza, you are at 0, but you're stable. So no need to make me a death saving throw.
Oh, sweet.
Igvis, you're up. You are currently have one hand tied to the ceiling. This massive creature here is almost bursting through that wall, getting through its chains. They are barely holding on and holding that thing back. And you see Vati sitting there, his chain glowing as he waits for something to happen with that door. What do you do?
I feel like it won't be super useful unless I free myself, so I'm going to try and still get rid of this restraint.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
Oh god, a 9.
That does not do it. That is an action for you. Do you have any bonus action that you can do or want to do from where you are and in your situation?
Did you say Vati? I'm sorry.
Igvis.
From the looks of it, does it kind of look like that creature is going to break out of its constraints? Like,
Yeah,
am I
imminently.
relatively sure? Okay, then I can spend a key point, I guess, to take a patient defense, because I'm right next to it.
Okay. Sounds good. Vati, your turn.
I mean, like, I am quite literally just. Actually, can I use the hide action?
You can.
Okay, cool. That's what I will do. I will attempt to hide in preparation for the door to be opened.
Okay. I would say you can use the hide action, but you would have to put yourself behind something. So like if you moved 5 feet to the left there, you could hide like behind the wall. Yeah. And then roll stealth for me. Cool. Okay, so that's an action to hide. Is there anything else you wanted to do with that bonus action that you have? Anything you can or want to do?
No, I think that's where I. Wait. That's. Yeah.
All right. So the creature is up. It bursts from its chains, And it moves towards this door, and it starts bashing on the door. As the door looks like it starts to come off of its hinges a little bit. And then you see the door open, and you see the old man by the door. Dolakesh, you can kind of see in past him, and you see Marza lying motionless on a stone table. And he says, "What are you doing, you idiot?" He says, "Don't attack me! Not this way! Where's the other one? Look! Find him!" Okay. And that is what he does. Dolakesh, what do you do?
So I want to try to, in its mind, continue my deception, essentially almost like mold his words as he's talking. So it'll be like, "What are you doing, you idiot? You must attack me. Where'd the other one go? Don't find him." I don't know. Yeah, just like kind of like trying to mold his words as he's talking.
Okay. Give me deception.
15.
Okay.
Then, you can go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, go ahead. Whatever you're gonna say.
And then, it's feeling kind of desperate and like I've played my hand, I'm gonna go ahead and start yanking on my chains.
Okay. Sounds good. Give me an athletics check.
Nope.
All right. You are stuck. Igvis, what are you doing?
Well, it ran past me, so I don't think hitting it is the best option. Let's try and free myself again, I guess.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
13.
13 is not good enough. You are still stuck. That is your action. If you have a bonus action to use that you would like to use, you can do that. Otherwise, you can pass your turn.
That's it.
Okay. Vati, you are up. And you can kind of see from around the corner, as you like peer around the corner, that the creature, the door is open, the old man is on the other side, and the creature is looking intensely at the old man.
Okay. Can I, if I turn that corner, could I see the old man?
Yeah, you can barely see him on the other side of that door.
And is he in combat with us?
Well, we are in combat. Well, I guess it depends on what are you trying to do? What ability is there an ability that requires him to be in combat with you?
I was thinking about charming person, but I wasn't sure if that would work here.
Charm person
like...
specifically?
Yeah.
Well, I would say he'd have advantage on it.
Okay.
You could use it, but he'd have advantage on the saving throw.
I guess peering around the corner and seeing the old man, I'm just gonna I guess, can I attempt to help Dolakesh on the next time they try to free themselves?
Yeah, you can use the help action on this turn, and then on his turn he'll get advantage.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, no problem.
And is that everything?
Yeah, that should be it.
Okay, the ram-headed creature attacks the old man. What am I looking for here? Okay, so he misses the first attack. And then he attacks again. And he hits the second attack. For 7 points of damage to the old man, who winces in pain and says, "You idiot! Turn on the others!" The old man will. The old man is going to cast a spell, and he's going to appear right here. That's that. And then he's going to look at the creature again and say, "Attack the flying one, the one with wings. I'll take care of the others." And and the thing looks towards you, Vati. You hear him say that from behind you, the old man. You notice him go behind you. He says that, and the creature looks at you, but almost as if it's looking through you.
It only really sees hellfire if it's looking for anything.
Dolakesh, you're up.
Keeping with the same ploy, he said, turn on them. So I'm going to have him say, turn on me. The one with wings is your friend, and release the little one.
Okay, give me a deception check.
21.
All right.
And my action will be trying to pull on these chains.
Okay, give me an athletics check with advantage, because Vati is trying to help you.
That was almost a natural 20!
And 9 will not do it.
That's my turn.
Okay. Igvis.
Gotta keep on pulling. This'll work eventually.
All right, athletics check.
Hey!
Awesome. And you break free of your last chain. Again, you know, they're still attached to your wrists, the manacles, but you are able to break free.
Cool. And that's my action, right?
Yep, that's your action. You still have movement and bonus action should you choose to take them.
1 second. Okay, so I can't do that stuff yet. Cool. I was hoping I could do maybe fly over Dolakesh and give him like super advantage for breaking out of his, but that's an action to give him help, right?
Yeah, you'd have to use the help action in order to give.
In that case, because I didn't hear anything from Marza, and this thing looks like it's focused on the guy, I'll just float over him and go into the room. and end up next to Marza.
Okay, and as you get in there, you see all the things that I described verbally to Mars. A giant vat of acid there in that corner, and she is splayed out on the stone table. She has one of her hands are free. It looks like the manacle has been unlocked, but the other three are still chained to the table, and she is not moving.
And when you look at her closely, like, you will notice differences. It's not just that she's pale because of the torture. Like, you maybe think maybe it's like a green light reflection from the vat, but it's different. And the circlet crown that she always wears is almost bigger.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
I'd assume I'd see that because of a 15 passive perception. Just kidding.
And that's movement, action.
I have no bonuses at the moment.
Okay. Vati, what would you like to do? This creature is looking straight through you and looks like it's ready to charge towards you. Dolakesh obviously needs assistance as well as he is yanking on his chains.
Well, seeing that it's looking through me, looking to charge at me, I'm simply going to move to the side, and then would you say that the whip has the chain has the same length as the whip?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, sorry. The whip's 15 feet, right?
The whip is 10 feet. My long limbs as a bugbear make it 15.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, so I would say it's the same as the whip.
And Jameis, I can see Jameis. He's not like invisible or anything, right?
Correct.
Would it be possible to like, I'm just gonna make an attack on him with the chain.
Okay. So just don't add your proficiency bonus. So otherwise you can use your whip. If you want to actually use your whip stat block, your whip does 1d4 too. Does your whip do 1d4 damage normally?
Yeah.
So just use your whip, and when you attack, we'll subtract 2 from whatever it is, because we're subtracting your proficiency.
So 14?
So 14. That hits.
Whip it good.
Go ahead and roll me your whip damage.
That is 8 damage.
Nice. And that assuredly hurts him. And he cries out, This is not how it's supposed to go!
Should have made better friends. My apologies.
And this creature charges Jameis. And it attacks him twice. That will hit Jameis. And I will roll again for the second attack, which is a nat 1. So we're going to roll just a flat d20. We do not crit fumble, but he does do damage from the first time, which is this when he hits him, for 9 damage. And that one really hurt Jameis. That time Jameis got a horn right to the side, sticking out of his side, and when the ram pulled out, it took a whole chunk of flesh with him, and he is bleeding profusely as he like puts his hand on his side, and he's just gushing blood. And then Jameis is up, and he says, He says, "This would not be the last that you see of me." And he will cast a spell, and it will go dark, pitch black. Everybody is covered in darkness except Igvis and Marza, but you see the darkness on the outside of the door, similar to the darkness that you saw in the alleyway. And both of these guys disappear from your view. Dolakesh, what do you do?
Is the darkness still up?
It is.
Okay, so I'm just pulling on the chain.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an athletic.
11.
That does not do it.
Yeah. I can't see him, so I can't telepathically message anymore. So that's my turn.
Okay, Igvis, you are up.
So do these chains look as strong as the ones that are attached to me, or are they like smaller?
They're smaller in length, but not in strength.
Gotcha. So what I'm gonna do is I don't have my flask on me, right?
No, you do not.
Cool. So what I'll do then is I'm going to do something. Obviously, nobody can actually see this, but essentially, I'm going to channel my key through my hand and use one of my new features, and use Hand of Healing on Marza. So I'll just place my hand kind of on her like stomach and pump healing into her.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and roll the healing that comes with that. How much does it heal?
It's 1d4 plus my wisdom, so 1d4 plus 3. I'm just looking for it here. Oh, there it is. You said reroll ones on healing,
Yep.
right?
Reroll ones, all healing.
Cool. So I healed for 6.
Awesome. So Marza, you heal 6 points as you jolt awake. Vati.
Nice to see you back with us,
Thank you.
Marza.
Vati, what would you like to do? It's pitch black here, so you can't see anything around you. Even though you can see on the map.
Yeah, can I, would it be possible to feel along the wall and move with the wall?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I,
I mean, and you have a general layout of what you saw before, in your head, so you kind of like have an idea of direction.
So I'm gonna try to move to the door over here.
Okay.
Using those. And then just kind of like walk in.
Okay. And you would be out of the darkness here. And you can see everything in the room there.
Because that's 10. Okay. Hold on, I'm just measuring real quick. So like 5 feet of movement left. I'm going to just move to this corner and just attempt to ready if anything comes through the door. And then I'm just going to look at Igvis and Mars and be like, "Are you ready to leave?"
Okay. The ram is up. The ram can't see either. So it runs in a random direction, flailing about. And I'm going to give it a random chance to hit you, Dolakesh, as it randomly runs about. So I'm gonna say we're gonna say a 20% chance that this thing hits you. So I'm gonna roll a 1d5, and a 1 we'll say is bad for you guys. So if it rolls a 1, it hits you. Otherwise, it goes in a different direction. So a 2, as you hear this thing, Dolakesh, run by you. Like you feel it, the breeze as it like rushes past your face back towards where the corner from which it was originally chained.
Rules as written, or I have to see them. Would that give me enough to send a message to it telepathically?
I would say no.
Okay.
That is its turn, though. And Dolakesh, you are up.
Lost and confused. I'm gonna keep pulling on this stupid fucking chain.
All right, give me athletics.
Oh my god.
Can I help? Since I'm awake now.
You're too far away.
Yeah, he's.
Oh, sorry. Thought it was Ignis's turn.
Yeah, no, he's all over there. I'm trying to help you get out.
The
If
eight
Yeah, no.
will
it's
not
baseball.
do it. Marza, you are up. You have 3 limbs chained, but 1 hand free.
I'll try to pull at my other hand. The chain's on my other hand. If Ignis can help me.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. If Igvis, are you planning to help her? Is that what your action
Yeah.
was going to be?
Yes.
Okay, so then your action next turn is taken up by the help action. And Marza, you can go ahead and give me advantage on an athletics check. Yep. So you do it, and I'm going to reveal that to everybody there. Yeah, so you're able to yank your left hand from the wall. So now both your right and left hands are free. Your right hand is completely free. Like there's no, like you were released from your right hand binding, and your left hand still has the chain attached to it, but the chain is no longer attached to the table.
I like how Marza is stronger than Dolakesh.
Okay, that is.
I mean, I do wield melee weapons. I kind of need to be.
Yeah.
I think Mars is stronger than all of us.
I've got a 10.
Igvis,
Okay, we're tied
your turn. Your action was used to help. As Marza gets free, are you going to stay where you are? Do you have any bonus actions?
Well, nothing I can do at the moment. So essentially, what's going to be happening is until Mars is free, all of my turns are going to be helping her get free.
Okay, sounds good. Vati,
Yes.
you are.
Sorry. The darkness is still there, right?
Yeah. So you in the room, you're fine to see. Outside of the room, it's like pitch black wall.
Okay. Oh, hold on. Well, seeing as like it didn't immediately attack, and knowing that Dolakesh is still out here, and I don't see an exit in the room, I'm going to actually venture back out and fall on the wall and into this corner that I was in originally hiding, and keep making my way. I'm gonna ready an action actually. If anything gets within 5 feet of me that I can tell, I'm just gonna whip out with the chain.
Okay. Sounds good. The golem is up. We're going to do the same thing as it flails around in the darkness. We're going to roll a 1d5, and on a 1, it'll hit you, Dolakesh, because you're the only thing it can hit. All right, 5. As you feel it again kind of rush by, but it doesn't rush fully by this time. You feel like it hit the wall pretty close to you, to your north, as it basically rammed into the wall.
Guys, is anyone there?
And Dolakesh, you're up.
I'm just gonna yell out as Dolakesh will yell out, trying to find a way out.
And I'm a yanking my train.
I do have one quick question. Since we have this acid here, do I know if this would be effective on these chains at all?
You don't. Well, you can give me a knowledge nature, I guess, or check and see if you think that. And Dolakesh, you are still stuck.
Yes, sir.
You don't think that it would be immediately helpful to you. Maybe like over a long time, you could corrode the chain, repeated usage of it maybe, but it's not something that you think you're just going to use and it's going to dissolve the chain instantly. If you're
I was hoping to make this easier, that's all.
Okay, that's Dolakesh. Marza, you are up. You have 2 hands free. Your legs are
Do
still
I
bound.
have any of my things?
You do not.
Okay. Well, guess I too will be yanking on my chain.
Ba-dum-tsh.
Igvis, you helping again? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm basically skipping every turn
Yep,
until
so
you're
you'll
free.
get
Okay.
you'll get advantage.
Oh, sweet.
Awesome. And with that roll, you actually manage to break both of your legs free. Nat 20. And that would be your action. You would still have move and bonus if you choose to take them. You are now completely free. Yeah, depending on what you want to do.
So she kind of turns and sits on the table for a second, and just like breathes, and like anybody who's looking at her can tell that like she's bringing herself down from something, like backing away from an edge. And she'll hop off the table and thank Igvis.
Awesome.
And then I guess I'll move a little bit.
And on the other side of that door there is a black wall of darkness.
I'll chill here.
Okay, sounds good. Igvis, your action was to help Marza. She's now broken free, but you have a move and or bonus should you have it.
Okay, so I heard Dolakesh say that he's still stuck. So, so I think what I'm going to do is I knew where he was, so I would like to basically like fly over the most immediate path to him. So here, and then like feel around to like touch him.
Okay.
And then as soon as I do,
As you
fly
feel
up and pull his
around,
chain.
feel around, you feel the creature right in front of you here as well. So you
boy.
feel Dolakesh on to your right, and in front of you, you feel the creature.
Everybody, be quiet. I basically want to occupy his space, but above him, and then try and pull the chains, like assist him pulling the chains down.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
I'm on your spot.
Vati.
Yes, I will continue to feel across this wall.
As you get over there, you can see the steps. So that
I'm gonna
the
call out-
darkness doesn't go up the steps.
Actually, I'm not gonna call out. I am going to go up to the steps.
Okay.
And
And you end up where you are.
okay. Can I hear any of the things? Do I hear any screams? Anybody outside from where I'm at?
You can hear people through the windows that are on the street. You don't hear panic and screaming, though. No.
Okay. So I should have about 10 feet. I'm just going to move.
One thing you can tell is that it seems to be closer to mid-afternoon at this point, and it was morning when you came before.
Okay.
So it seems like, based on looking outside in the sun and the light, that it's been quite a few hours have passed, at least, assuming it's the same day.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to move where I moved, and I will wait here.
Okay. All right. The golem is up again. We are going to roll a 20% chance that it hits someone, which could be Marza or Dolakesh this time. But it does not get a 1, and you feel it rush past both of you, Igvis and Dolakesh, as it continues down south this way. Dolakesh, you're up. You can go ahead and make me an athletics at advantage. And this will use your next turn's action, Igvis. The prior action was still used for...
I was about to ask if he wants to just give me the help and I'll pull on it instead.
Fuck.
I'll let you do that, though. That's fine.
Okay, then yeah, because my strength is horrible, so I'd rather be having him roll, so I'll give him the assist.
That's fine. So that's your action. Marza, your turn. What do you want to do?
So I can't see where
Correct.
Dolakesh and... Okay.
Even though you can see on the map, you can't see anything after that door.
Okay. I'm gonna call out for them and see if anyone responds.
What do you say?
Everyone good? Where are
Nope.
you? I can't see shit.
And you'll hear like right in front of you, nope, not good, still stuck. Are you good?
I've been worse.
Dolakesh is still chained.
And this is gonna be kind of difficult for me because of my size, but I guess I'll reach my hands out and try to make my way towards Dolakesh.
Okay. And you can fumble your way over towards him.
Okay, and then...
Yank my chain, Marza.
Yeah, and if you... Where are we in? If you want to use your action to assist me in that...
I technically already gave it to Igvis,
Yeah,
so
his-
I'm not sure.
his- action's
I'm at
already
the
used.
top of the initiative order.
Well, we both have the same athletics, so if you want to also assist, maybe I'll get super advantage.
Okay.
True.
Is that possible?
Yeah, if you want to use your help action as well, I will give Igvis super advantage.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So both
Super
you and
duper.
Dolakesh use your actions to assist Igvis, and Igvis, go ahead and roll 3 times and take the highest. Now that it is your turn.
Heist is a 21.
Yeah, that does it, and you're able to yank Dolakesh free. So you're able to get one of his chains free. So he has one hand still, and Dolakesh, you have a one hand free.
Feels better.
This is awful.
So that's your action, Igvis. You have a move and/or bonus should you wish to take it.
I'm same kind of situation as with Mars.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay here till I get them free.
Vati, you're up.
So I'm gonna go over here and open this door.
Okay, so you try to open it, and it is locked.
And is this like an iron door?
It is a metal door. Yep.
Okay. Can I make an investigation check? Or could I see that there's like a keyhole or something that unlocks it? Or
There's definitely a place to insert a key.
okay. I'm actually gonna go. I'm gonna do that move here.
Okay. And you see what you see, which is a long hallway, and there are 3 doors.
Okay. Oh, and for the record, like as I'm going upstairs, up those stairs previous, and where I'm at now, you can kind of. I'm just letting the chain on my arm drag.
Okay.
Just so you can hear rattling chains as I move.
Awesome.
And I will just wait here because I cannot move further. Oh wait, I can just take the dash action, right?
You can.
Okay, that's what I will do. So I open that door.
Okay. So opening the door would be an interact action.
Okay,
But I'll let you open it and then end there if you want.
yeah, perfectly fine.
Okay. But so sorry, I'm gonna just send this. Okay. That is your turn. The golem is up. Again, we're gonna do a slash roll 1d5. 1 is bad for you guys. 3. Again, the golem comes rushing past, and you hear a bang over near the side where it was originally chained up. Dolakesh.
I will assist. Are we doing the same plan? So yeah, I'm assisting Igvis.
Okay. Marza, are you also assisting Igvis?
Am I hidden from the golem?
Yeah, you're in darkness. Everybody right now is in darkness down there. So none of you can see each other, and you can't see the golem, and you presume the golem can't see you since it's just thrashing about.
I'm trying to decide if I want to do something that might make it angrier. Because I have new little things I can do.
Do we want to make it angrier while we're stuck in here with it, though?
Yeah, that's the little debate. I'll help. Fine.
Maybe while we're running, you can just throw something
Yeah.
back at it.
Yeah, I'll help.
Okay.
We're all too low for that.
Igvis, go ahead and give me athletics. Roll 3 times. Take the highest.
Thank God for the third one. Another 21.
Awesome. So you're able to yank Dolakesh's
Holy
final
God.
chain, and you are now free, Dolakesh.
Okay,
Ew.
we gotta go.
So,
Go where?
I don't know, but I can't hurt this thing.
so you still have your movement, Igvis.
So I'll just kind of, I guess I'll be moving at half speed because I'm gonna be feeling around the walls to try and like find my way out of here, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Is that all your movement there?
Yeah, that's all my movement.
All right. Vati, you're up.
I'm gonna move to here, open this door, and then move up to here,
Okay.
and that should. Well, hold on. I should probably. It would be like right there. Actually, that would be more appropriate.
All right. Sounds good.
And that should be it because I can't interact.
Okay, the golem is up. We're rolling 1d5. 1 is bad. Oh, there we go. And you feel it right behind you, Marza, hit into the wall. Dolakesh, you're up.
So the only wall I can feel is to my left, from my perspective. So I'm gonna put my left hand out and follow this wall.
Okay.
And then I feel a table here. I'm thinking.
Yes.
Okay. And then I feel Igvis. Is there anything over here?
So just
I don't know, can I
Igvis
see?
at the table. You can't see Igvis yet.
Still can't see anything.
You know there's a hallway, though, this way. Because you didn't feel anything there.
I just did 5, 10, 15. Would you allow me to essentially like grab the back of Igvis's shirt or something and essentially move with him the remaining 15 feet if and when he moves?
Sure.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right. Marza, you are up. You feel this thing lurking, like, right down your back. Like, you can feel it, the hairs on the back of your neck kind of stand up.
I'm gonna use a bonus action to like. I know we're already pretty much hidden, but I'm gonna hide
Okay.
and then start making my way because I could feel like where Jolakesh no longer is,
Sounds
and
good.
start moving in that direction as well.
And when you get there, you feel Dolakesh in front of you.
We making a conga line?
Did we try the hall to the?
I didn't
Right.
know there was a hall there.
Yeah, I was feeling to my left.
Oh, can we go over this little table? Is that a table?
That is a table.
Can we go over it?
You could get on top of it if you wanted to.
Can I use a dash action to get my movement speed back?
Yeah, you can dash.
Alright, cool. Would it be an action to get over that table though?
No.
Okay. Going right. I am in a corner.
All right. That's Marza. Igvis, you're up.
Okay, I'll go ahead and just keep moving.
Sounds good.
Are we out of the darkness now?
You are not yet out of the darkness. Now you're out of the darkness.
Oh, there's right here, like right to my right. And then I'll finish the rest of my move.
All right.
So that's 30.
Okay. So that's one move.
I can move 40.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, we're back in the butcher shop. And then I guess I'll take the dash action. Because I have no idea where Vati is.
Okay.
The inner machinations of my mind
So,
are an enigma.
Test the door.
And that is locked.
Another 20. 40. And so I got here, and I was gonna yell to them, I'm going up the stairs, so that they don't do the same thing I did.
Okay. And Vati, you're up.
Oh, so I'm going to open that. Is that what I think it is?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I am going to take the dash action.
And you see him, Igvis, and you see Igvis.
What are you doing up here, Vati?
I'm looking for a key. You'd probably be best to leave.
All right. The golem is up next, and Dolikesh, you hear it crash in a wall behind you. Much closer than you would like. Dolikesh, you're up.
Sorry. 5, 10, 15,
You are now out of the darkness.
20. Oh boy. 25. He said he went up the stairs. 30. Igvis, what's up there?
I found Vati. He's telling us to leave.
Are we all leaving? What the fuck?
I think he intends to stay.
Only
be
until I can find what I'm looking for. Please be specific.
Only until he finds something. I don't know.
I'd see the edge of the map through the windows there. What do I see, like, in the direction out the windows? Just buildings? Do I
Another
see
building.
Another building? Okay, cool. I'm done.
All right. Marza, you're up.
All right, I will step forward where I think they are and find the stairs and head that way.
Sounds good.
Are we like still in initiative? Like what's
Yeah, we're gonna finish your turn and then
deal?
drop out of initiative.
Okay. All right.
Looking for? What are you looking for, Vati?
Are you yelling that up the
Yeah,
stairs?
so
Yeah.
I'll just finish my movement and we're good.
Okay. And so just
yeah,
to be
I yelled
clear, that trap door is still open.
Yeah, let's close the trapdoor.
Oh, yeah.
So you would do that, Marza?
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead with that.
Maybe put something heavy on it.
Now there is like a padlock that you could clip there to the trap door. So it's still like on the handle unlocked, but you could lock it and clip it and close it up.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. There wasn't anything else down there for us to want to go over.
All right. And we are now out of initiative.
What do you mean looking for something? What are you looking for?
Well, we're all missing everything at the moment. Are you looking just for your things?
Vati, you'll notice that Vati pauses for a moment, thinks to himself, and he's like, yes. That I need a lot of those things. I mean, for my investigation, as well as I do have Kel's Hell Rider badge, and I have to give it back to him.
Might not want to talk about them too loudly here.
What?
At this point, Dolakesh's adrenaline is going to wear off, and he's going to cough up some blood and lean against the wall. Can we just do this quickly, please? I want to get the fuck out of here.
But also, as Marza gets up the stairs and sees Vati, she's just gonna stop. I see we both changed a bit.
What is done is done.
We'll have to discuss this later when we're not in the middle of cult activities.
Igvis and Dolakesh, as you kind of look in that room, and Marza as you get up to and see that room, there's a moth-eaten sofa that's in the center of the room there, and there's a large dining room table over here at the far end, and then there's windows over here that look out over the fields behind the slaughterhouse, away from the city. So you'll see like the pens out back here towards the back of the slaughterhouse and the sheds.
Can I test this door?
Absolutely. You can test any door you'd like in here as you open things up.
What do I see in here? Because I can't actually get in here for some reason.
Yeah.
You just have to drag.
There you go. So the in that room, there's this small cupboard almost has been gutted of shelving, and there's holes in faded areas of paint on the wall, and it now has 3 shrines in there of some sort. One of them has a polished human skull. The other one is just a single plate gauntlet clutching a ring. And the other one seems to be a large pottery urn decorated with strange symbols.
Do I happen to know? I'm assuming that these are for the 3 dead gods.
Give me a knowledge check. Well, actually, you've made this check before. So yes, you would recognize symbols of the dead 3. Bane, Ball, and Merkel. So you'd recognize these as shrines to those 3.
May I investigate this room?
Yeah, so that room over there, there's a kitchen, and it's well stocked with meat and vegetables along those different tables, and there's a fireplace in the corner.
Does it have anything like cabinets like I can look through or anything like that?
Well, that's what you see on like first glance. There's there's like drawers and stuff where supplies might be held, but I mean, unless you're gonna take time in that room, really digging around and searching, that's what you see on first glance.
All right, yeah, no, I just see it as a kitchen, so I'd leave.
Okay. Vati, in that room, there's a table and chairs right here, obviously, and it's a neatly arranged room, and there's a single letter and a letter opener on the table. And then over here to the left, it seems there is a heavy curtain, which, you can open, which it looks like you already did there. But
I'm gonna stop and glance at the letter after opening that.
Okay. And do you kind of keep are you doing it openly? Do you keep what you see to yourself?
Yeah, you know when you kind of walk into like a store and you're just kind of being kind of like a nosy person, and you see like you happen to read over someone's shoulder like their text, kind of. That's what Vadi's doing. He's kind of just like side eye reading the letter on the thing without making like too much of a deal out of it, being kind of nosy.
Okay. So other people who enter that room would be able to see that letter too. So I'm gonna show this to everybody here. And in the and it's also in the handouts if you want to reference it later as well.
Upon kind of reading it and seeing it, Vaji's going to be like, well, I found the evidence. We'll need to discuss this with your flamezage.
The torture chamber downstairs was good enough, but this is all the more helpful.
The only problem is we didn't put a stop to it when one of them got away.
Well, Pask should potentially be downstairs unconscious on the ground. That's where we last.
Yeah, maybe.
And as far as we can tell, the only other person that really escaped is the old man. And if this is his hideout, they know what to look for, and this should be enough to put a stop to it, in a sense.
Does anybody else think that sounds kind of like that one lady in the fort? Did she leave? Red hair, Hell Rider, right?
Well, we had Rhea with us, who also had red hair. Did Rhea have a black horse by chance?
Did Rhea have a black horse?
Yeah.
No.
What about Katya?
Yes.
Fuck.
Well, Katya stayed back.
Katya went running off in the night after we left the castle, or the fort.
I also put a description of the room that you're in, Dolakesh, in chat, just for reference.
Thank you. Yeah, after we left the castle, she took her posse and left, but prior to that, she told us they were on their way to investigate the disappearance of El Jarrell, so...
Although the moment Vati mentioned that Pascal should be knocked out, I get immediately worried. Like, oh, maybe we should go check that.
Can I look behind the portrait?
Yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation check. Or are you going to spend a lot of time doing it as well, or?
Initially, I'm gonna be in this room for sure. Initially, I'm just looking behind the portrait.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna really quickly pocket the letter as everyone leaves, kind of making sure he watches me pocket the letter, just real quick.
Sounds good. Yeah. So you look behind the painting, and it seems like the wall behind the painting is a false wall. So it looks like there's an area that you could open, actually, into another pocket behind the wall.
I'm going to push that open.
Okay. And as you push it open, you find a little coffer in a little tiny hole.
I will pocket that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm also going to be searching the room. I don't know if you want me to roll again or just use that for searching the room.
No, that's fine for just searching the room. There are some things of note in here. The candlestick holders look like they could be pretty valuable. The painting itself on the wall seems like maybe you might be able to sell it for a lot. And the bed linens seem like pretty expensive. Everything in this room seems rather expensive.
How much? So I want the portrait and the candle holders. Would I have room in my backpack for the linens? And I'm totally putting those linens in my room at the manor, by the way.
Just wear them like a cloak.
So
yeah,
I would say that the portrait's actually a large portrait. So, I would say the portrait is something you couldn't fit in your backpack, but you could probably fit some of the linens in your backpack and the candlesticks if you wanted to. The portrait is something you'd have to, with two hands, carry out.
Fuck it, I'm gonna do it.
Okay. So you take it off the wall and you stuff the linens and the candlesticks in your backpack.
Yup.
real quick, when we get down here, are the bodies still where they were, or are they all gone now?
The bodies are still down there. So right here, there is the body of a hooded figure with a skull mask. Over here is the man with the shield and the black hand on it, and out here is Pask's body.
I'm gonna take a look at the hooded one and remove the mask.
Okay, and when you remove the mask, you see a disfigured face. From the corner of his mouth up towards his eye is all pretty much scarred, almost as if he was burned. And he's a young human male, it looks like. Pretty young, maybe a teenager.
I'm gonna check his pockets.
Okay. You check his pockets and you find a small pouch that jingles. He also has a dagger on him as well.
Oh, I need to grab mine.
But besides that, nothing else.
And I'd like to check
Those-
Pascal to ask.
Okay.
I'll rummage through the black hand soldier.
Sounds good. So, looking at Pascal, you find Igvis on him a key. And you also find a dagger on him, and you find a book.
Okay, so for now, I'm just gonna pocket all of that, but hold the key out and say, Ivati, are you looking for this?
That would work, yes. Any...
Can I tell if Pascal's alive or knocked out?
Didn't you
He's
cut through his
dead.
throat?
I didn't know if we actually killed him. That's the only thing. I was just curious.
Yeah, Vati cut his throat with the whip.
Fair enough.
Hi at me.
I'm gonna. Those daggers. Are those daggers the ones that I threw at them? Or are they separate?
Separate. I wasn't including your daggers.
Alright, I'm gonna collect mine as well then.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
we-
Nolakesh, you were looking through the one with the shield.
Correct.
So the one with the shield, you find a mace, a shield, and that is it.
I suppose I can't take the shield, but can I have the mace hanging off my belt?
Yeah.
Okay.
We
As
still don't have any
You
of our
continue to
things,
carry
right?
this giant painting and portrait.
And completely pretending like it's not even a thing. Not even being like, hey guys, look at this. Just walking around like it's not even existing.
I now have 7 daggers
Dope.
on a halfling. So it's I open my coat and it's just full of knives.
But we
Medieval
don't have
operator.
any of our things, though, right? Like I
Well,
still
8
have my dragon vessel.
including me.
Yeah, you guys still don't have any
Oh,
of your
shit.
things.
Okay,
I'll
then I have 2.
I'll test the key I found on his body on this door here.
And it works in that door. As I unlock it for you, you may open it. And this room has a whole bunch of paperwork strewn about all of these small tables and desks. And you also find your gear against the wall here.
Guys, all of our stuff's over here.
What do any of the papers say anything?
Yeah, you take some time to go through them.
I also
Yeah.
would focus more on the papers for initially.
Yeah,
Real
so
quick, what have I been wearing since the torture thing?
whatever you would have had under your armor.
Okay. Because, I imagined, because if the acid was running down my back, I was like, wait, hang on. Am I, in a hospital gown kind of situation? I'm just, open to the air?
Yeah, you would have had whatever you...
Free baller.
yeah,
Alright,
whatever
cool.
you had under your armor. Yeah, you find a lot of these papers seem to relate to the business itself, and you find several invoices that are between the slaughterhouse and a bunch of different establishments in the lower city. And then you find that there's very few sales to individual buyers, mostly bulk sales to a variety of different businesses in the lower city. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, when looking through these, do I see any indication of like, I don't know, that torture equipment or anything that like would relate to a purchase that would be for one of the cults or the cult?
So, what kind of? So you're looking for a purchase like from the slaughterhouse to someone else purchasing torture equipment from the slaughterhouse, or
yeah, or like equipment, like because I'm assuming there's like inventory and stuff in here as well.
yeah.
Is there like any tools that were misplaced or like any indication that they were moved downstairs? Anything to facilitate what we found downstairs in the trapdoor?
Yeah, no, there's no paper record of anything that you found downstairs. Nothing related specifically to that.
Well, I'm just going to pick up my bag, and then I'm going to immediately... I'm going to kind of...
So the other thing I wanted to say, though, is that you also do find... I'm going to roll...
May I ask something?
Yeah.
How far are we from the Eastway district?
That's inside the city. So it's directly inside the Basilisk Gate. So it's the first district you hit when you move through the gate. So, Igvis, you were looking through stuff too?
I was mostly looking at our things.
Oh, okay. So, Dolakesh, you find what seems to be another curious letter addressed to Pask.
Oh boy.
Would you share it, or would you keep it to yourself?
Assuming we're all kind of doing our own thing, I'd probably read it silently to myself first.
Okay. So in the handouts, where are you? There you are. You now have the ability to see a second letter in the level 2 handouts.
Thank you.
And while that's happening, I would probably use my power word to fill my dragon vessel and be like, Vati, I think you need this more than me. You're looking a little interesting.
So, seeing that you offer it to me, I'm going to actually reject it. No, give it to Dolakesh. I'll be fine. And then I'm gonna pick up my stuff and just kind of walk out towards this window over here.
Delakesh, you want it?
I'll take it.
And then I would like to kind of stealthily exit and leave and go towards the tavern for rest.
Bro, I see you.
I will go ahead and hold up the letter. Looks like they had another target, but this one is either already taken or left the city, and I'll hand the letter to whoever's closest, Igvis or Body.
So, Igvis, you went to go investigate the bodies and everything, and you recognize both the name Cornelia Zedek as one of the victims of the prior victims.
Oh,
and
she's...
her body was in the mortuary.
Yeah, I'll relay that and just be like, yeah, no, we We already found her. She's already gone. Let's take it with us. It's more evidence of their activities.
I'd also like to check out the situation outside kind of carefully from the window when I have the chance.
Yeah.
That's your healing, Dolicash, by the way.
Thank you, sir.
And if the butcher's body is still there.
Oh, the butcher's body. Well, the butcher. Yes, the butcher's body is still there, but not outside. So it was dragged inside. So it's actually right here, on the inside doors.
And do the people outside seem distressed?
No, it seems like normal business outside at the moment. And again, you all notice that it's later in the day, so it's not dark yet, but it is mid to late afternoon, and it was late morning when you guys got here. So if it's the same day, it's clear that many hours have passed.
What was the name of the inn where the murders were found behind?
Salty Dog.
Salty Dog. I think it's time to report back to Flame Zodge, but clearly I can't go with you, so I think I can meet you back at the Salty Dog, Igvis.
Vati, you're the one taking this mission with me. You want to go meet him?
I have a change of plan. You go on ahead.
Well, are you gonna have somewhere you have time to read? Because I'll hold out the book that I found on Pascal. This was on Pascal's body. I hadn't even looked at it yet.
I'll take it. Yes.
Can I do an insight on Vati?
So for player stuff like that, I'd usually leave it up to the players themselves. So
All right.
if Vati would be okay with that, then you could, and then he could divulge whatever information he felt like your check deserved.
Yeah, I mean, you can totally do an insight check on me if you would like. I am going to roll to try to hold it in.
Persuasion or deception, we don't know which.
Well, you do beat me. It's very clear that I'm Vati's nervous. Like, not nervous in the way that like someone's afraid, but like they've got something they need to absolutely do before literally anything else, and that is the only thing that Vati's considering at the current moment. He's very determined, and he's not going to let anything deter him from doing that.
Was that book?
Say again, you broke up there a second for me. Was that for me?
Sorry, no, I said Igvis. What was that book?
I didn't really look at it. It was on Pascal when I found the key.
Here, since we're going, I'll go with Craggle, and we're going to rest at the inn. So why don't I take the book and Vati can do his business.
Well, I have to go report, so you guys talk about that. And I'll leave to head to Flame Zodge.
DM, if you want to answer the question before I continue forward. Fine, take it. And he's just gonna like hand out to the book whatever it is.
Thanks. Good luck with whatever it is you have to do.
With
Craggle,
that,
why don't we head out?
Vati's going to head out in the direction that he needs to go.
All right.
You can see Dolakesh heft up a big old two-handed photo. One pit stop along the way, huh?
Fine. Yeah, okay. Quickly.
Almost awkwardly, you're gonna see Dolakesh smile, like genuinely, for like the first time.
He doesn't have any money. We got to give it to him.
Damn right.
How much was in that pouch, by the way?
I haven't looked yet.
And, no, I took one from the hooded figure.
I would also like that mask. Would you mind giving me the mask?
Oh yeah,
There we
sure.
go.
There you go.
That many gold
There you go.
pieces.
Dope.
So 11 gold pieces, Marza.
Cool, thanks.
All right. So you head back off to the inn.
We're somewhere I can sell this along the way.
He's fencing first.
And
Okay.
the closer you get to Norchapel, the tenser Marza gets.
How do you get tense? Are you nervously looking around or what?
No, more her face kind of loses expression. It's almost, if you are careful enough to look, you can tell that she wants to look around. It's almost like somebody who's worried they're being watched, but doesn't want them to know they know.
I'm gonna keep that to myself for now.
So, Dolakesh, as you are traveling back towards the Salty Dog. The Salty Dog's over in Norchapel, which is mostly residential. You think your best chance of getting the most money for it is probably in Stony Eyes. But you think there's maybe a possibility in Whitkeep as well if you stop there along the way, which is between So's Foot, where you are now, and Norchapel. But you'd probably have to spend some time in Whitkeep to actually, sell it. You think you could probably sell it pretty quickly in Stony Eyes, which is the district past towards the Basilisk Gate, past the Salty Dog.
1 is Stony Eyes, 2 is Whitkeep. Whitkeep it is!
Okay, cool. So that would probably require you veering off from the group unless the group kind of just hung out with you in Whitkeep.
I mean, I think we're all splitting up for now anyway.
Okay, so you're going to
And I
Whitkeep.
mean, I don't know if we necessarily need to roleplay it, if I can just sell it, but it's up to you.
Oh yeah, no. We're gonna pretty much wrap up this session, but just to get an idea of what everybody's doing here at the end of the session. So Dolakesh is going to sell this painting over in Whitkeep. Marza, what were you doing?
I'm gonna follow him, because I don't really want to go back to Norchapel by myself.
Okay. Vati, what were you doing?
I'm going to wherever my plans have changed, potentially looking for the item that I was requested to look for.
Okay. And we can discuss that. And Igvis, what are you doing?
Basilisk Gate reporting back to Flames Dodge.
Okay. Perfect. With that, we can go ahead and end things here, I think, for the night, and pick up next Friday.
So glad I get to just hold that anxiety.
Everybody
That's so
say
fun.
goodbye to the stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.